YouTubes. And then we're going to bring Hagen in here pretty quickly. My boy, dude. You ever meet someone straight from Philly? Like the heart of Philly?
Nope.
Brother. I just need you to know this about him, man. He's all real. I love him to death. They have a whole vocabulary, dude. It's like a different country. They say the word John. John is a noun. Jawn. So you use it any way you would talk about any noun. Like your buddy. This is my John here. Or a parlay. Look at this John. It's super fun. Ain't that right, Hagen?
And you're John.
That's right. Sports ball time, baby.
I want to do the show like this tonight. Thoughts?
What?
If I did the show like this tonight? No? Chat's like, what the heck?
All right, sorry. Did it work? Did it use my voice disguiser thing? We did see the D-Hop trade, yep. Crazy stuff there.
All right, I think I'm all set.
Chris thinks she's all set.
I'm live.
The Pistons are up 9.
We'll do it live.
Let's go. And I have the Sixers too, bro, and they're up 1. Over the Bucks.
That'll be crazy if they pull that off without Embiid and Paul George.
I know. It would be crazy.
Just crazy enough.
They're up 1 at the end of the first.
Work.
Following up. Oh, that's to you. Are you in this thread? Yes, you are. Did you already sign those documents?
No, I haven't had time. I mean, I signed them. I haven't had time to get them out.
He just emailed you asking about them.
Love that.
Just do what I do and have your wife do it for you.
She's just as busy as I am.
Ninja's going to be late. He's playing Fortnite with a VIP. What's a VIP? Does Tyler not know we have a guest tonight? That's rude.
What's up, guys? Dude, that's so annoying, man. Let's go.
Come on, Tyler.
Who texted you that?
Somebody in chat. Unwell Gamer. He's my boy, dude. You also hear about Kamara? What up, YouTube? Good to see you. Kamara's been playing with a broken hand. J-Trek, thanks for 22 months, bro.
That doesn't surprise me.
I mean, it explains his receptions, huh?
I mean, his receptions are amazing.
Come on.
It explains the yardage.
Come on.
He's getting the catches.
Yeah, but they're not shooting him down the field.
I did, man. Did you see that they tried to get Cooper Kupp first? But then when they couldn't get a deal done, they settled for D-Hop.
Did they actually?
Yeah. Yeah, there were reports that came out that they just couldn't get a deal done with the Rams.
Interesting.
Dude, could you imagine Kupp in a Mahomes offense? He would be like his little Danny Amendola, dude. His little what's his name? From the Patriots.
Yeah, 100%. Father Paul says, when Tyler shows up, thank him for the private jet. Don't ask why, just do. Like, thank him for getting us a private jet? Like, should I pretend? Should I say thank you for getting me and Chris a jet for Detroit this weekend? No, just say thanks for the private chat. Okay, sweet. I'll trust you.
Dude, I'm so lucky to have this kid, dude. So I did everything 10 minutes earlier than I normally do. So like 10-minute earlier, bath time, 10-minute earlier, bottle, 10-minute earlier, teeth brush.
Right
and
on.
he went down, dude, right before the show.
Look at that, dude. Perfect. What up, Ty?
Right on time.
Oh, what's up, baby?
Right on time. 3 minutes late.
Right on time.
Right on time,
close.
3 minutes late.
Ty, I really do want to say, though, thank you for the private jet, bro. Appreciate that.
Yeah, you're out. You guys are wild. I don't know what's happening.
What do you mean?
I don't know. There's something going on, and I don't know what's happening.
I'm just glad we don't have to drive anymore, man. Thanks.
Yeah, dude, thanks for the private jet, bro.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. I got you.
Dude, somebody give my chat. They go, thank you. Just tell Ty thanks for the private chat. Don't say anything else. Just say that. I was like, okay.
Tim tweeted out an image of a jet with like my like logo on one of the monitors and was like, "Thank you, Ninja, for flying me out on the private jet was it New Zealand so that I could play Black Ops 6." Yeah, because New Zealand is the first time where Black Ops 6 comes out and like.
Okay, that's funny.
That is funny.
Dude, check this out. I was going to use this tonight, but the Discord, it's just not working. So once I fix my green screen for our sponsored stream, so I don't have to move everything, which thank you. Wow, I just realized I have to move this.
I also don't have. I think everything in the background's fine. Maybe.
You have to move your Lions St. Brown jersey.
They can't see it. It's not in focus on my camera, on my stream.
Got it.
Okay. Check this out, though. So once I actually fix my green screen, because it doesn't look good on this, but look what Brave made me. We'll make a better one next time.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Dude, isn't that cool?
That's
That's
awesome.
pretty cool.
But like,
Dude,
it
that
looks horrible.
Yeah, I mean, you're like
Dude,
fading
look
it out.
Look at all that natural light coming in.
I know,
love
dude.
it.
And look at the Blood Bro Sports Show on the poster. That's sick.
Yeah, it looks great. It looks crispy.
Andre, if you're watching, I need the logo real quick that I need to have up.
We don't have to have it up until the
Yeah, we've got like an hour, bro.
an hour.
Yeah, I know. I just need him to send it to me so I can set him up. Just ready.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks for reminding me because mine is
Dude,
over here.
let's talk sports, guys.
No, let's not.
Let's
in.
do this. Oh, okay.
No, yeah, I'm good, dude.
Yeah, never
honestly.
Be safe. I'll put my Pikachu there. Hang on.
Yeah, move it. Move it.
Sorry, I blew up, guys.
How about a quick congratulations for the Blevins bros here? 2 weekends in a row of hitting that Sunday parlay, baby. 2-0. Let's make another. See, bathroom break. Sweet.
Wow. Yeah, I'm very happy with that. I feel like we were close, right? We were always hitting 2 legs. So I just felt like it'd be a matter of time before we broke through.
100%. We're about to go for 3 in a row. I absolutely love it. Mark, I'm not thanking you for your sub anymore. 47 months is a long time. How are you even roasting the Lions right now? We're the best team in football. Knock it off. It's crazy.
I actually don't have us as the best team in football.
Well, you're out of your mind. You have the Ravens, and that's fine. Top 3 is good enough for me. Take Notes NHL says your brother is soft.
Yeah, I have the Lions as number 1.
Pound stand, brother.
And then I saw the Ravens dismantle the Buccaneers.
Nice, dude. Yeah, that was nice, especially after a 10-0 start for them, too. 10-0 starts were not friendly to people this week. The Titans might have been up 10-0 on the Bills.
Yes, they were up 10-0 against the Bills. Minnesota was up 10-0 against us. And the Bucs were up 10-0 against the Ravens.
Heck yeah. My buddy Reverend Tom says, I got Goff at MVP plus 2,500. Brother, I did it before the season started. Let me see what it was.
Even if he continues playing how he's playing, I think he's going to have a really hard time winning, which sucks.
It's got right now, it's definitely between him and Lamar.
Have you heard of how people talk about him, though?
Right.
They talk about Goff. They're like, Goff is playing so amazing with Ben Johnson.
Yeah.
Like they won't stop talking about. And don't get me wrong, I love Ben Johnson, but dude, like give Goff flowers, man. Like,
Josh Allen too, yeah.
And yeah, I mean Josh Allen's always just doing ridiculous stuff.
Man, I did it preseason. I did it on I did it on New Year's Eve, dude.
You're Goff for MVP?
No, never mind. September 4th. So I did it right before the season, and it was only plus 2,000 odds. Interesting. But yeah, I have Lamar right now so far. A lot of season left, though, guys.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of season left. And when Tyler said emergency bathroom break, he was not joking.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
has
he's
to
still
be
not
poop.
bad.
That has to be poop.
Oh boy, I'm glad that you said that out loud, John, for everyone.
100%, dude. Listen, man, I'm not ashamed to talk about things that are real, Chris. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like yesterday, I was streaming and I trusted a fart.
Oh my God, John.
And listen, it was a fart, but it almost wasn't. So I had to take a break as well. As soon as Ty gets back, we're gonna bring in our guest. Brian Hollywood Hagan is joining us.
It's gonna be exciting, dude. I always love an authentic sports fan.
Oh, this
Well,
guy,
that needed
this
to
guy's
happen.
Philly.
That needed to happen. Thank God. All right, let's go.
You okay, buddy?
Yeah, much better. We're good.
You want to talk about it?
Not particularly, dude.
Yeah,
Wally-
Ty, did you have some butter chicken today or something, dude?
How'd you know that?
Extra spicy?
Bro, I saw it on the private jet when I was flying back home.
How did you guys know that? What is happening?
Actually, I had no idea. I was just guessing because butter chicken makes me a little poopy. Look at his face.
What the fuck is going on?
What do you mean?
Oh,
Sorry
hey,
for language,
we're
sorry for
family
language.
friendly, dude.
What is going on?
You
Tyler.
actually did have butter chicken. I was just joking. I was messing around.
All right. Sure.
I'm a mind reader. I also know that Andre today had Taco Bell. So there you go. We're going to bring a guest in, fellas. A good friend of mine from Philly. Let me switch this real quick so that I can drag him in. Hollywood Hagan. He has a sports show called The Degenerate Dungeon. Die-hard Philly fan, every single Philly team, and he's got the Philly accent to boot. Let's bring him in.
Let's go.
Oh,
Get-
I gotta.
Get that camera on there, brother.
Is that me?
Yeah.
Welcome.
What's up, boys?
Dude,
Oh, no,
Hagan,
an
meet
Eagles.
Chris and meet Tyler.
Not an Eagles fan.
Oh, you're muted.
Pleasure. Hey.
Now you're back.
Am I me? Not me.
Me?
I'm not.
No, now there's just a delay, though.
Yeah, just a little laggy.
Am I really?
Nope,
Oh,
that
he's
was
good
better. That was better.
All right.
We're
There
chilling.
we
It was
go.
the high- maybe I just have to talk in that high-pitched voice the whole night. Am I really? I really like the Eagles this week. All right.
There you go. Dude, thanks for joining us, man.
Nah, pleasure's mine. Come on, get out of here, JB. Chris, Ty, pleasure to meet you formally.
Nice to meet you, man.
Yeah,
having
you as
fun.
well.
Dude,
Welcome.
Big fan, by the way. Big fans of you guys' show and everything you do. We've had JB on my pod a few times. It sounds like the Blevin brothers might know what they're talking about.
We're cooking, dude.
look at
Cooking lately.
us.
Let's go.
You just hit, I just saw you said something in chat, Hagan, about hitting a massive, what was that parlay you just hit? A plus what?
Yeah. Plus 33 hundo. So the last 2 weekends have moneyline pars have just saved me. I had the best week. Actually, 2 weekends ago, I had the best week I ever had.
When all the
betting
favorites
sports.
won? Yeah, same.
I mean, how could you not? But last week, let's see, was Ravens topped it off. All right, Eagles, Bengals. You ready for this, JB? You're gonna love this, John. Ready? Eagles, Bengals, Lions, Chiefs, Ravens, all on the money line. Some of those were, teeth pullers there. Texans. For some reason, in my
wow.
money line parlay, I took them. The only time I took the spread plus 3.
No
Wow,
way.
cover, yeah.
So yeah, 25 paid out 780,
Look
Nice.
at you, dude. That's nice.
and it was
That's
the
a-
only leg that I took the spread on.
Spread
and
on.
whoo,
That's juicy, dude.
Yeah, I like doing like right when the lines open up. One of my favorite things I like to do, I look at the teams and I'm just like, I call it it's my initial immediate like parlays. I'll make like 2 or 3 of them. I'll put a decent amount on them too, and I call it the don't overthink it parlay. Right?
Yeah, sure.
I call it the don't overthink it, and I'll be like, Ravens absolutely should cover here. Boop, take the spread. Right? Lions
Right.
-9. I think they opened -9 against the Titans. It's like should be no break. Boop. And I do that, and I'll do like a money line one, and then those have paid out 2 weeks in a row. So
Oh,
I
beautiful.
like that.
Dude,
I
we're-
can't imagine any of us lost money 2 weekends ago.
No,
Holy
dude,
crap!
I'm up the most I've ever been up in my entire life in the last 2 weeks of just making incredible, obviously spread bets, money line bets, and then also just some great this Monday night I sent in. I had a whole Bateman parlay. Sent it
Oh,
to my
wow.
dad, sent it to my brothers. I was like, Bateman, longest receptions, yards. Bing, bing, bing.
Yeah.
I was like, I love it all together too. So I like parlayed it all together, took it all separate, and it crushed. He had a 60-yard reception.
You a fan of doing ladders, Ty?
Oh yeah, Chris is the king of ladders.
Let's go, Chris.
I like the ladder for sure.
I should have 100% laddered Bateman, dude. Like he just gets
Explain
explain
laddering to those who might not know what it is.
Okay, so Chris, go for it. Sorry.
Yeah, no. So
no, you've been killing them. So yeah.
A ladder, essentially, if you love a play to happen, right? You put 2 units on whatever the play is, then you go 1 level up, right? So if it's someone to get 20 receiving yards, but you think he's gonna get over 50, you do 2 units on 20. You'll go up to 30, do another unit. You'll go up to 40, do a half unit, and you'll go up to 50 and do a quarter unit. So like you lower your unit size as you go up the ladder, but you still think it's all like it's plus EV. It's a positive play. You think you have an edge on the bet, and you just go for it.
So I would have made even more on that JMO first week, 90+ yards bet.
Oh yeah, right. If you did his line, what was it? His line probably was what 30, 24.
It was like 20.
I think it was. Yeah, I think it was really low.
So if you did like 25, 30, 50, 60, 70, 80, right, you could have.
And that's the thing too. You will I've been sports gambling for 25 years now. When you do a ladder, you want to focus on the lower end rungs first. You're not going to take AJ Brown in a ladder. You're not going to take Justin Jefferson in a ladder. Like, what do they need? 180 for you to really get to that top rung? You find the at the beginning of the year the JMOs, or the Batemans, like Ty's talking about, the Van Jeffersons or something like that, and you find that a 22.5 over under. Okay, here's a unit for that. Boom. Let me go 30, 40, 50.
Yep.
I had Monty against the Niners in the playoffs last year was my biggest ladder I ever hit. And he was like 4 rush yards away from getting that last rung, which would have been insane. But I made out of Monty last year.
It's probably because he fumbled the ball. Was that him or Jameer that fumbled it?
Jameer fumbled it against the Niners. Yeah. Monty fumbled last week.
It's definitely.
I didn't mean to bring up that game. I'm sorry.
Yeah, what the heck, bro?
Don't worry about it, dude. By the way, I did say last week, Chris John, I don't know if you remember, I said I absolutely love Montgomery. I don't know if you heard me, but I was like, he fights so hard after first contact, right? I'm worried he's gonna fumble because of it.
Yeah.
And because I mean, like when we were playing against the Seahawks, right? And Metcalf was fighting, and then finally we came in and Tillman punched it out. But that's what always happens when someone stays up too long. And I was like, Montgomery's been doing.
I want the Niners immediately. I want them right away, and you see how petty we are against Dallas. I want them right away, and I want to have a chance to beat the crap out of them. And then I want either the Ravens, who killed us last year, who are the best, or the Chiefs, who just are trying to three-peat. Give me either one. Don't care. Bring it, baby.
I remember when the Phillies went to the World Series in 08, I was so mad we had the Rays. I was like, I don't want to win like a World Series against the Rays. What, that doesn't even count. And people are like, so you want the Red Sox? Like, be careful, dude. Like, think about what you're asking for here. So by the way, game 1, they start doing a national anthem. I'm like, we're in a World Series. So it didn't matter who we played.
And you won?
Right. Yeah.
Of course we won.
I love that. So listen, a couple weeks ago, we were talking about Sirianni. I think this was 2 weeks ago, 2 sports shows ago.
Yeah.
And I immediately after the show was like, man, I wish I would have talked to a Philly expert about this, because with the Eagles right now, they're winning. They have a winning record. They just hammered the Giants, and a lot of people were saying that they might lose that game. There's a lot of talk. There has been before the season started, and then it's heating up a little bit more with Sirianni and the press conferences. And immediately after that show, I was like, I should have had Hagen on. I forgot to ask you last week, and it's still relevant today. So super glad that you could join us, my friend. And my first question for you as a Philly fan is, from your perspective, what's going on with Sirianni? Do you think he's a good coach? Do you think he really is on the hot seat? And just any and all information you have on that.
Well, I mean, someone who lives and dies here in Philly, it's like with the sports teams. It's almost like a family thing. You hear, and it kind of gets on our nerves as Philadelphia diehards, where they're like, the most passionate sports fan. It's like, listen, everybody's passionate about their sports teams. Everybody. Like, even those Rays fans that I'm talking about, there's 400 at them a game. Guess how passionate those folks are? They're super passionate. So but it's more like a family here. And the thing is with Sirianni, he's like the classic, like, Northeast Philly cat that's smug, loud, obnoxious, sense of self, But if he's in your clique, you love him. He's your boy. You love him. He might not know when to shut up at times. He's a blast to be around. He entertains you. He's funny. But if you don't know him, like, you probably despise him. And that's kind of what he is. It's like we
Interesting.
know him, but, you know, and now that's not an unfair judgment because I say this as a guy who's from Northeast Philly. So maybe that's saying something about myself too. But that's where the national take is. And I get it. I truly do. But they don't really have their fingers on the pulse of, like, the closed doors in the link. My initial reaction when he got hired was, man, this dude's spacey as hell. I don't know about this guy. I couldn't quite buy into what he was presenting. But, like, over the course of time, I was like, man, maybe he is a little bit of a motivator. But the one thing I never, ever got from him is I've never, even when we went to the Super Bowl, I could call him a motivator. I could never call him a leader, you know, and that's probably one of the main things a coach needs to have as far as respect. He seems like the kind of coach that would never have a full locker room. You're going to have those who love him and those who hate him. I bet you 2 years ago in that Super Bowl, there was some, 25% of that locker room just didn't buy in the crap he was trying to sell. To me, this season, I want. Yeah, and last season I did want him gone. All season I did. I think a lot of us did too. It just seemed like it was time to move on. And unfortunately, people do that way too quick with their coaching and personnel. They want to cut ties. This made more sense, though, because it felt like he lost the team. Respect's a big deal with me. I teach my kids. Daddy's favorite word, it's respect. You don't have to like me, you know what I mean? But just respect me. And I'll hold the door for anybody. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to respect me. You might like me, but you're going to respect me. So now, after last season, me wanting them out, and a lot of folks here wanting them out, this season comes in, and I feel like he's been super unfair to his coordinators, especially Kellen Moore. He's not letting them play call. We brought in this super kid genius, this mind that's supposed to be able to turn Jalen Hurts back to his form a couple years ago. And, I mean, nobody else deserves a criticism for the game planning and execution more than Sirianni. It's not Kellen Moore's fault, There was an illustration put out there on social media not too long ago about Keenan Allen's route tree last year versus the route trees for A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith right now.
Yeah.
And you look at Keenan Allen last year when Kellen Moore was able to, be the marionette, and that dude's going, all around the place. You look at Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown this year, what is it? All goes. Like 70% of it. Just go. You're fast, dude. Go. Like, no, that's not how you win football games. Super creative, athletic maneuvers versus a ton of all goes. No, come on. Let my man call plays. And then, I don't know if you heard, but at the end of the game with the Browns, he usurped Vic Fangio. Dude's been coaching 50 years.
Yeah.
He usurped him, started calling defensive plays over him. Like, oh, man. So therein lies, it's funny. He kind of fits the mold of a Philadelphia sports fan, what a sports fan is like, what a Philadelphia leader or coach, I should say. But therein lies why he gets so berated by the national media. Because, look, we're not liked by unless you're us.
Yeah.
We're not liked. And as my man Jason Kelsey once said, no one likes us. We don't care. We don't. But we're not looking. Here's the thing. We don't want a fan as our head coach.
Yeah.
Right. That's pretty much where we're at with him. So I'm kind of done. I think the honeymoon was over, I think, once that first tear hit that cheek on the Super Bowl national anthem. But if you didn't win that game crying like a baby out there, man, we are going to get torn up. And we kind of have been so far. But, yeah, he's a little bit more of a fan than a coach, I think.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Dude, great take. Go ahead, Chris.
I'm with you there, dude. And just as far as the passing game, I've been so disappointed. Like against the Giants, you didn't need it, right? Because Saquon went nuclear. But dude, if you tell me Jalen Hurts has 10 completions in a game, I'm like, the Eagles lost. But and the
fact of how uncomfortable Hurts looks right now. He looks so uncomfortable. He's not the type of guy that just waits and waits. He doesn't have time, first of all, so just wait for all goes all the time. I mean, he needs to dink and dunk. Keep that defense honest so he can use his legs. I mean, my man hasn't rushed for anything this year.
Dude, especially with Smith and Goddard, I feel like the middle of the field is so exploitable. Like, what's going on?
I'll tell you what's going on.
Get him, Ty.
Go for it, Bubba.
Listen, dude. No. I'm not joking, man. I got super into watching not just the Lions in football last year, and one of the teams that I always ended up watching was the Eagles.
Nice.
And dude, their offense, and I've been saying this for a very long time, dude. They've been on a crutch for a long time, dude. And I don't know if it's because Sirianni's calling the plays or taking over or what, but like their offense has looked like a high school level offense for the last 2 years.
Absolutely.
Do you know how
Like-
many tush-push touchdowns that Hurts had on Sunday?
He had 3, right? 2 or 3? 2, dude. So
Yeah,
so
2.
one thing. So I remember last year there was a press conference and literally one of the I don't know if it was Sirianni or not. They're like, our goal on offense is to get to 3rd and 1. And I'm like, that's the worst goal in the world. Your goal should be to get first downs. So
Ugh.
immediately they're already looking at like little chunk plays, like little this, little that, and then what you
Right.
probably just said, go routes down the field, just launching the ball. So like there's just no
Incomplete passes.
creativity. Right. There's absolutely no creativity. They had one play last year with DeAndre Swift. It was to let the entire offense or defensive line rush, throw a little pitch over, and then like basically a little fake screen, whatever, a little mini screen. It was awful. It was fine. Like it was. I figured it out in the first quarter. And they just need to, like what you said. I mean, Sirianni needs to take a chill pill. He needs to back up because
For sure.
it's boring. It's boring offense. They have no identity. Jalen Hurts doesn't look like Jalen Hurts. Looks uncomfortable. Like everything seems forced. And the reason he's not running the ball is because he's not comfortable.
And
like,
Ty, we're talking
all.
the NFL here. You're using the word boring. What is that analogous to when it comes to the guys who spend all their time looking, X's and O's? Boring equals predictable.
Yeah.
Right.
Literally. It's so pretty. No, that's what I'm saying. Exactly. Like there's no
Right.
creativity. I mean, even the Jets are trying to be, they tried to do something creative with Aaron Rodgers, a flea flicker. I mean, we blew the play up or whoever did because he's like, moves at a mile an hour. But still,
There's some theories. I was watching like some Warren Sharp stuff. He's got some theories on A-Rod and Kirk Cousins, both of them.
Was he saying that they're hurt?
Aaron Rodgers has been
No, he's
questionable every week.
right. He's just saying that neither of them want to turn their back on the defense anymore. So they're not doing play action, which is super favorable against a lot of the defenses they're playing.
Like things like it's in their head kind of deal.
Right.
Dude, that's interesting. Real quick, before we move on to our parlay, we're going to do our Sunday parlay early. Our friend Hollywood Hagan here has a podcast called Degenerate Dungeon, where he makes some betting picks every week. They do really well. It's a great show. I've been on it many times. He gets some really cool guests on there as well, cooler than me. And so we're going to do kind of a collaboration, if you will, a Blood Bros Sports Show, Degenerate Dungeon.
Let's go.
Parlay here in a minute. But what do you think is going to happen with Sirianni this year, and what's your prediction for the Eagles? How far do they get this season?
I mean, looking at the schedule, I think it's doable for us to win this division, no problem. I said before the year, and I might have been a show you were on, JB. I said I'm not putting money on it, but Manders NFC East has got legs. And I wasn't the biggest Jaden Daniels fan because I'm inherently a Bama fan too, so it kind of didn't want him to be successful. But my man's killing it. But
He is.
Yeah, he's insane. But as far as the Eagles this season, I hate like sports quips where it's what's the word? I'm not even quip, but like the same sayings over the time. But for the Birds, really cliche. Thank you. It literally is one game at a time. We just need to win each and every game because I think you never know. Look at who's in our division. Washington's doing a thing, but Dallas can always creep up. You never know when they just win 5 out of nowhere. So it's scary. We just need to take it one game at a time. If he starts getting, if he keeps holding on to everything and not letting it slide a little bit like Ty was saying, man, it's just going to go backwards quick. And I wouldn't be shocked, like if we run 3 losses in a row, that he's gone before December. You know what I mean?
Wow. Yeah.
And do I want him gone? Yes,
Yeah,
I do. In essence, I think that for the sake of this team, nothing he showed this year has proven to me. As a matter of fact, it's just kind of piled on the opposite effect. But nothing shown that he deserves right now that role, especially with some of the names that are out there. And people going, "Oh, Big Bill." I'm like, I don't know, but
I was just about to say, not even like who could replace him, but when you're looking at the talent that is on in my opinion, top five easily offensively talented team. And it's not close, right?
Sure.
Like I feel like it's not even debatable. They have top 5 talent on offense, and you look at how they're performing. And I would immediately point to one thing and one thing only. I'd go straight to coach. I'd be straight to the coach. Who is it?
100%.
Figure it out. Ask the players. I guarantee they all point to one guy, right? Like, so I know I completely agree. I would love to see him gone simply just because, I don't know. They're underperforming, and I do think it's a head coach issue. I don't think it's a player issue.
No, can't be.
And I also just think he's a schmuck. And
Yeah.
I think that I understand you're like, we don't want a fan, right? You want a coach.
Yeah.
And he definitely does seem like a fan. Like, I think they need someone, someone to just put their faith in. Because Jalen he's probably got the locker room. If anyone, right? If it wasn't Kelsey, It's got to be Jalen.
Maybe. I mean, he's
Maybe. I mean, have you heard his inspirational speeches at the end of a game? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Hey, I got one more quick question for you. All right,
Sure, bud.
because to me, this is one of the most interesting games of the slate this weekend. Eagles, Bengals.
Yeah.
Bengals are currently favored.
Mhm.
Okay. From a DVOA perspective, the Bengals are the better team, but their rush defense the first 4 weeks was the worst in the NFL. It's gotten a little bit better the last
has
2
gotten
weeks.
better. Yep.
What are your thoughts on the matchup?
Well, I mean, are we doing a little parlay, John? Because this might be my pick.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get right into that, and you start us off then.
All right. So, and JB, if you don't mind, I'll do a little bit of a layout here with the dungeon, like you were
For
saying.
sure.
Right after actually I'm done here, I'm going to be recording our weekly podcast, The Degenerate Dungeon. My first pick of the week, you get a little sneak preview right here. So, me and my buddy, the Woodman, we do picks of the week. We do props. We have some fun. Last year, I was 34-12-2 against the spread, not straight up against the spread.
Wow.
Made some units
Nice.
there, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, shout out to that. But my first pick, my play of the week, is the under on this game, sitting at 48. I mean, free money to me because. First of all, what if I told you you could go ahead and guarantee? So you got two teams. There's 4 quarters, 8 total quarters of offense. If you're looking at each team having the ball, what if I said at maximum it's 7 quarters? Because one team doesn't know how to score in the first quarter, and that's the Birds. Another thing, Nick Sirianni, another check mark on your belt for being out of here. All right, the Birds haven't scored in 6 games in the first quarter. So I was shocked to see it this high, 48 points. Like, come on now, and I get it. These teams at any given time can just blow up. Eagles go ahead, blew their load last week, and Giants ain't doing that again. 28 points, even if they put up 28 points. Bengals put up 17. Get it? You're covered. But no, I mean, this team, they don't know how to get out hot. If Chris, to answer your question regarding the spread, yeah, I'd probably lean Bengals with that 2.5. But the thing is, the big plays need to happen for this not to hit. And I'm more than willing to put my hard-earned money on the fact that there isn't a 70-yard run by Saquon and there isn't a catch by Jamar Chase after the touchback, a 75-yard catch for no reason. Like, I'll bet against that. I'll be more than happy to put my money on it. But Bengals D getting more pressure. Jalen looks so uncomfortable. Like, he doesn't check down, first of all. He just stares and stares and stares, and then he feels the heat. And I don't know if you saw last week, there was one play where it was like the Brett Favre, Michael Strahan sack, where he was just like, oh, I think someone's breathing down my neck. Let me drop down. And it's like, what are you doing?
Wow.
Like, you're losing your that itch of being a professional. I don't know.
Not just that. He was a walking truck stick, man. Jalen was the
Absolutely.
guy who would dude. He was like, I could squat 500, 600 pounds. He could take anyone. You couldn't bring him down.
Nope.
So, like, the fact that he's gone from that, I just definitely think he needs to find his identity. And let's just pray it's not in this Bengals game. I like the under.
Yeah, and Eagles D's coming to form. Quinyon Mitchell's a beast. Look out for him. Defensive Rookie of the Year pass. I think it's like plus 800 right now. My man, he's the number 1 cornerback right now by PFF, I think, as far as getting targeted on. Incredible. You got old man Graham. Huff finally, the guy Bryce Huff that we got from the Jets last week, he finally showed up, got a couple sacks. Jalen Carter's eating up the middle. So, like, I think both of these defenses, as Chris was saying, that the Bengals are starting to improve a little bit on the run defensive side. Of course, they're going to target Saquon this week and make sure he doesn't bang out those big Johns. Yeah. But I think both of these defenses are more bend but not break kind of deal. Yeah. I could see a lot of field goals. I just don't see a ton of tutties. I'll take the under 40.
There we go. Under 40. Would you still take it if it's 47.5?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Did it come down on DK to 47.5?
I'm seeing 47.5, 46.5, and 48.
DK's live at 48. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I'm also a huge fan of teasing. Like, if you're uncomfortable with a point or two, dude, it's like the odds go down, 10, like minus 10, minus 15 for like half point or point sometimes.
Ty, you just took the words out of my mouth, man. I do a segment that only I do because we've been doing this podcast for 5 years. I call it the easy teasy, where it's a 2-leg teasy, and I've won 3 weeks in a row on these teasies. If you're a little uncomfortable, just imagine 6 extra points, man. There's no way. Say JB 47.5. I mean 53.5. Like tease that bad boy under.
Yeah.
Go have fun with something else.
But not for this one. Not for this one. This
Love
one
it.
we're
Yeah,
doing
we-
it
yeah, we
straight
don't
up
put our lines here.
under 48.
Yeah, we're going ham.
Chris, what's
Let's roll,
yours?
So mine's gonna piss you guys off. So I'm sorry.
You're taking the Titans plus 11.
No.
Okay.
But my stats back me up here. So I'm sorry. Okay. My favorite play of the week
Oh,
is the
gosh,
Vikings
you're gonna make us bet
minus
this.
2.5. Yeah, I know that they've been crushing teams that have played the Lions have gotten just destroyed the following week. I'm going against that trend.
Also coming off a short week, Chris.
Tyler, I understand, but will you
Okay.
listen to me?
Okay, sure.
Okay. Guess what defense is by far and away? It's not even close. The worst defense in the league against play action.
It's the Rams.
It's the Rams. They're giving up negative 0.57
That would be a
points.
terrible setup if it wasn't the Rams, by the way.
EPA. Literally, guy, it is the Rams. Guess who just gave up 128 rushing yards to Alexander Madison?
The Rams.
The Rams. Okay, dude. Aaron Jones is going to eat. Dude, what freaking Darnold is going to be able to be comfortable there, back there, play action, just ripping balls to Addison and Jefferson. Addison is someone I'm thinking about laddering this week. If the numbers look good, obviously I haven't looked at the props yet because we don't do those on the show. But that's my play. Vikings minus 2.5. I think they smoke the Rams. I think they win by at least 10.
Oh my gosh, dude. It's crazy because I have to trust you. I love you, and it's good analysis. They're just going to get their asses handed to them because the Lions hangover is very real.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It moved. The spread was 3. It's moved to 2.5. A lot of money's coming in on the Rams right now. So Chris is bucking the trend and says, "Give me the Vikings. They're definitely the better team." Great analysis, Chris. I have the minus 3 in this parlay. Ty, what you got, dude? What's your favorite play?
Happy. I have 2 that I really love. But I'm gonna go with the one that just makes the absolute most sense. And to only have this many points as the spread is it's pretty mind-boggling to me. Green Bay minus 4 on the road.
It's scary, Ty, because that opened like 6, 5.5.
I know it's
Don't care.
that one's such a fun trap game too. I think the Jaguars are coming to life on offense, dude.
Don't care, dude. You don't undermine how talented the Green Bay's defense is, right? I do not like, and not to mention Jaguars. They're coming home from 2 weeks in London. I don't know, man. I love the Packers here. They just came off a hot, incredible win against the Texans. Super close, down to the wire. Not to mention, talk about the motive, not the motivation, the confidence that the Green Bay kicker just got from winning a game winner. Huge for them. I can easily see them winning by a touchdown here. I like them, and if you don't like that, I'd take the Texans minus 4.5 against the Colts. I also think that's very delicious. But I mean, dude, I gotta go Green Bay until they prove that they aren't just dominating.
Wow.
John?
Yeah, I love it. It's very tempting for me to go Ravens minus 8.5 against the Browns. It's a lot of points. The Browns are in shambles, but I love Jameis Winston. I don't want to bet against him. I want to be rooting for him this week. So I'm not taking that. Instead, I'm actually going over to the I lost it. There it is. The Saints-Chargers game.
What do you like in this game?
Oh, are you kidding me? What do you think? There's only one thing to love in this game.
You're laying
under.
Jim Harbaugh on the points, baby.
Give me the under in such a big way. So the Arizona defense, they're making plays. They're kind of fun to watch. They gave the Lions all the Lions could handle on defense when they played them. They gave up 350 plus passing yards to Herbert just the other night. Still they couldn't score a touchdown. Just all field goals for the Chargers.
The Cardinals' red zone defense is not good.
Right. And the Saints are just abysmal right now. I love the Chargers defense. They're playing hot. So give me the under 40.5 there, which gets us guys to around, depending what you're doing here, a plus 1,200, plus 1,300.
All right.
Little John there, my friend.
I like a little John.
That's juicy.
JB, you still wiping your feet on that John?
You better believe it. I got it right over here.
That's right. Sent JB a little Christmas present last year.
It says, wipe your foot on this, John.
That's right.
Dude, Hagen, Hollywood Hagen, where can people find you? And then thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you having me on. It's been a pleasure to meet your bros, too. JB,
thank you.
Me and you have been boys for a little bit now. You're aces, and so are your bros. At Hollywood _ Hagan, Hagan, by the way. All right, everyone goes with the En. It's the An. My nephew just won MVP of all sports at his college. They gave him the trophy, En.
Oh, wow.
It's
brutal.
an MVP trophy. Come on, but no. And at GCN Sports is where you'll find the Degenerate Dungeon. Just search Degenerate Dungeon where you listen to pods and go ahead and shout us out. Give us a little 5-star. We'd appreciate it. But yeah, this has been great. At GCN Sports, we're under the Glass Cannon Network. They are one of the biggest role-playing tabletop groups. They do it full time now. They travel the country, sell out shows. Just sold out LA, Portland, coming back from Philly for the Christmas show. So if you dig, that's why it's called Degenerate Dungeon. We used to be called Jump the Sharp. Now, how cool of a name was that for the pod? Wink, wink. But yeah, no. Well, I appreciate you. I think I'm going to start. I got the kids going to school now. Even the youngest, the 3-year-olds in pre-K. I think I'm going to start streaming again a little bit.
There you go, dude.
I'm _. I'm Hollywood Hagan on Twitch. If you want to follow your boy, I'll be happy to sit there and shoot.
I added him, guys. If you want to search that, I put it in the chat.
Awesome.
You're the best.
Hagan, appreciate you, buddy. We'll chat soon.
Thank you so much.
Let's do it again. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much.
Good luck to your
Birds.
Eagles. There it
All
is.
right,
There it is. Snuck in a Go Birds. I absolutely love it. So very interesting perspective. I really wanted to have him on, guys, and just hear what Philly fans think. And he gave some great examples of what they think, but also kind of is ready for him to be gone.
And that vibe too. Like, I get that vibe. I know I'm not from Philly, but I get that vibe that he's a fan. Like, he feels like a fan to me.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't act professional. I loved getting his take on that.
100%.
Yeah, I want to give you guys a before we get into too much stuff real quick.
Okay.
Because I talked about it to Hollywood before, and I called this this is a long shot, gentlemen.
Okay.
Well, not really. I call it the don't overthink it.
Yeah, this is your don't overthink it. You're sharing it. Okay.
I'm sharing my don't overthink it. This is all money line.
Okay.
So this is the don't overthink it 8-leg. It's just Ravens, Packers, Texans, Lions, Chargers, Broncos, Chiefs, Steelers. It's the don't overthink it.
I want you to do that one more time as I'm opening my app and just kind of scrolling through so I can look at all the odds here. So read that one more time. Here's your don't overthink it from Ty this week.
Don't overthink it. Money line makes no sense. If there's an upset, it's an upset. Truly, with how all these teams are playing. Okay. Ravens, Packers, Texans, Lions, Chargers, Broncos, Chiefs, Steelers. Don't overthink it.
Chiefs against the Raiders. Yeah. Broncos against the Panthers.
Right? I mean, by the way, I also like the spreads in those too, but obviously that blows up the odds way more. It becomes way more unlikely that happens. But yeah, dude, I can see, hold up. I gotta where's my camera? There it is.
So there are a few spicy ones in there.
I can, yeah. Where is it?
Richardson can get lucky for once. That's the one that scares me.
The Colts historically play well against the Texans. Those games are always fun.
Yeah, like if you take away both of Richardson's 40-yard bombs, like that Texans game before wasn't even close, but I think it was like a 2-point game because he had those Hail Marys that he hit.
Yep. That's fun. It's fun to get our Sunday parlay out there early. We'll do our same game for the Thursday night game here at the end of our stream. We still have about 20-ish minutes before we get into our sponsored segment with DraftKings coming up soon. So let's keep looking at this past week before we look ahead. We're going to move on to touchdown, turnover, touchback. Favorite segment back for a third week in a row. Touchdown, you can give to any player, coach, or team, or fan base, or whatever you want for an outstanding performance. A turnover is just you poop the bed, and a touchback is, oh my gosh, I'd rather have watched. I'm not going to say it because I don't want to get Chris upset with me. Pool. People playing pool.
Were you going to say WNBA?
I was going to say the WNBA finals because that last game was horrid. But I love you to death and love Caitlin Clark. Huge fan.
Under 100 points, right?
Yeah.
I enjoy watching it.
I know. I do too. I love watching Caitlin Clark. She's awesome. Touchdown, turnover, touchback. Who wants to start?
I can start.
Let's go, baby.
All right. So my touchdown, touchback, and turnover for the week, guys. My touchdown goes to the one and only Brian Branch of the Detroit Lions. This guy is ascending. He is one of PFF's highest graded safeties in the league. We needed our secondary to step up with Hutch being injured. He got yet another interception. He got one of the most important PBUs of the entire game. The Vikings, when they scored a touchdown, went for 2 points.
Yep.
And he just jumped. He made a beautiful play on this ball, jumped the route, knocked it down. Not a lot of safeties can make that play. So I was so impressed with him. So Brian Branch gets my touchdown this week. My touchback goes to Patrick Mahomes. Dude, I just miss when he was a dude. Do you guys remember when he was just a dude? And I know. Rashee Rice got injured. Juju got injured. I understand he's losing weapons left and right. Pacheco's down. Kelsey doesn't look how he's always looked. But, like, dude, I just miss the plays he used to make with his arm.
Yeah.
He has more interceptions than touchdowns this year. That defense is, and just credit to the Chiefs, they're winning ugly, but it's not fun to watch.
Yeah, somehow undefeated. I like that you
so
said he's
I
making
guess
plays
the
with his arm, with his legs, because he is with his
He
legs.
is.
It's not his arms.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Diop coming
So-
in to save it, dude.
So I'm saying touchback to Patrick Mahomes, and my turnover, it goes to the Falcons offense. So they get smoked by the Seattle Seahawks. And again, I don't know who to blame. I don't know if it's Kirk Cousins. I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator in Atlanta, but they're just not like, so the Seahawks are so the Rams are the worst. The Seahawks are the second worst team against play action on early downs. And guess what Kirk Cousins won't do? Turns back to the defense.
Yep.
And you got Bijan Robinson. Dude, those linebackers are going to be all over Bijan when you turn your back and you give that second of hesitation on play action. It's going to open up the field so much more against teams like the Seahawks. And, dude, they just didn't do it. So the turnover goes to the Falcons offense, man. You guys you got to figure that out.
Interesting. I wonder if that's gonna come up later in another segment. I'm curious. We'll see. Ty, who you got, dude?
My touchdown goes to Jake Bates.
Yeah, buddy.
Kicking the winning field goal to win the game against the Vikings and send us into 5-1 to get rid of the Vikings' undefeated record. I mean, and you guys know I have a thing for kickers, so obviously this has to be.
I've got a thing.
I've got a thing for kickers, man. So shout out to Jake Bates. All the pressure in the world, year one, and he comes in hot and he wins us this game. Any old Lions, right? Even like 2 years ago, Lions, we lose this game a million different ways. Even before the fumble of Montgomery, right? Montgomery fumbles, they get it for a touchdown. We come back, we clutch up, we play hard, we play strong. Amara makes great clutches. Jameer Gibbs pops off. Jared Goff, what an absolute legend. And who closes the game out? Jake Bates. So there's my touchdown. My turnover. I mean, there's so many to choose from. I'm gonna go with my turnover is gonna be Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams.
Yikes.
What a snooze fest. I don't care if it's week one and Adams maybe not doesn't know it. I don't care. Aaron looks terrible. Aaron Rodgers looks awful. I feel like he'd rather, and dude, this will, I mean, I hope it doesn't, anyone can say these things, and he probably doesn't give a shit what I have to say. Sorry for cussing. But come on. Like, it's terrible. He's terrible. He's playing terrible. Congratulations, Devontae Adams. You now are on a 2-5 Jets team. Your Raiders are also 2-5. So I really hope you enjoyed the trade. I really hope you enjoy your time.
And he got to lose twice to the Steelers in a row.
Exactly.
Yep.
So congratulations. And then my touchback, my snooze fest, whatever. It's got to go. Are you ready for this, dude? It's got to go to the Panthers-Commanders game. Listen to me. The second that Jaden Daniels, and listen, I had some skin in the game. I may or may not have slammed an under when Jaden Daniels went out. But listen to me, dude. If you were watching this game, I highly doubt you were watching this game because why would you? I had some money on it, so I had it up on one of the screens outside. They were up 30 points and then some. Panthers still haven't scored yet. The under was 44.5 that I took. Dude, they were using play actions in the second half and bombing it down the field up 30 points. They were doing play actions. They were throwing, they were driving. It was like 5 minutes left in the third, and they're literally throwing 40-yard bombs and with play action plays. Why?
I'll
What
tell
is
you why.
happening?
I'll tell you why. I really will. I hear you being upset as a gambler, 100% upset there, and not a bad move on you. But he had to be ready for next week if Jaden Daniels wasn't coming back. So they're getting him used to the offense, brother.
Oh my God, I was so annoyed, bro. And then, like, again, he looked great. He was slinging. Who was it again?
Mariota, did he go in there?
Mariota. He was on his legs, dude. He was throwing darts. So
Does Cliff deserve some flowers? Kings,
dude,
the,
all I'm
the
saying
coordinator there.
Absolutely.
I think he does.
I was upset. But again, the game was,
Absolute
Yeah.
blowout.
it was a blowout, start to finish. Hubbard, I got my Hubbard anytime at the end too. Garbage anytime. Just gotta love those. So
There you go, dude.
JB?
My touchdown goes to Kyler Murray, who played okay most of the game. He wasn't playing great. Had a great run for a touchdown with his legs against a good
44
Chargers
yards.
defense, and then had a game-winning drive. Took the team down the field, did everything he needed to do with his legs, with his arm, made some great throws, some high-pressure throws, and won that game for the Cardinals. I'll talk a little bit more about them later, but Kyler Murray, Call of Duty, and he's still
Hey, well done.
crushing
Here
it.
it comes. Here
Well
it
done.
comes, dude.
My turnover goes to the entire Browns organization, and I will stop pooping on the Browns organization after this because they're finally moving on. They're finally turning over their entire roster
Well, they had
as
to.
well, and they're going to move on from Watson. He's done for the season. They're trading people left and right, and so it's just embarrassing. The fall from grace, man. All they had to do was stop Chad Henne. Mahomes goes out. All they had to do is stop Chad Henne, and they had a chance at going to the Super Bowl. And Baker Mayfield stays and gets extended, and the Browns are a good team for the next 5, 6, 7 years. And they poop the bed, and they're going to completely. I mean, they're going to rebuild. 100% rebuild happening. My turnover goes to the Browns organization, and my touchback goes to the Chargers wide receiving room.
Yeah.
Justin Herbert, 350 yards passing, no touchdowns, drops all over the field. Guy's not getting open, and he's still somehow throwing it like to these guys who are just they're
ends.
covered.
You
They're
can say
covered
tight ends.
and to tight ends.
Hey,
He's just throwing it
Hey.
to guys who are 6'8". Just
hey,
free.
you know who didn't drop the ball?
Who's that, dude?
Will Disley, dude.
Let's go.
You get even out of focus, you can see that bald spot.
100%,
Wow.
dude. That's worse than mine. That's
Will
crazy.
Disley was there. He was their number one receiver against the Cardinals. on Monday.
Unbelievable stuff, dude. But Herbert is a baller. Once they get some wide receivers, it's going to be super fun to watch him in that offense. But my goodness, it was an absolute snooze fest watching those Chargers wide receivers. Let's go on to our power rankings, fellas. Top 5, bottom 5. I'll go through mine quickly here. My top 5: Lions at number 1. They just look like the best team, even without Hutchinson. I have the Chiefs at 2 because they're undefeated and they keep finding annoying ways to win. I have the Ravens at 3. They look like they could be the best team in football right now. They're going to keep rolling people, I think. And then here's where my 4 and 5 gets juicy. Give me 2 more NFC North teams. Give me the Vikings at 4. The way that they play defense, the Lions carved them up. The Lions embarrassed the Vikings defense this week. But that linebacking core is sexy, bro. They're so good. They're all around the ball all the time. It's impressive. The Vikings are still a very good team. They're my number 4. I got the Packers at 5. Jordan Love.
Yeah. I will
Carving
say
teams
this.
up.
Rewatching the tape, so he threw 2 picks. Rewatching the
He
tape,
always does, by the way. I like Jordan Love to throw a pick. As a,
that offensive line had a lot of miscues. So like a lot of people are talking about the pressure that the Packers got on Stroud, but a lot of it was due to mistakes of the Texans' offensive line. So they have a lot to clean up right now, and I'm with you, John. I think the Packers are in the top 5.
Yeah, crazy. All right, that's mine. Who's next?
I'll go. We'll let Chris finish it off. Give me Lions at number 1. Give me the Chiefs at number 2. Give me the Vikings at number 3. Give me the Ravens at give me the Ravens at 3, Vikings at 4, and then I also have to go Packers at 5. I think they find ways to win. And again, I really just like their creativity on offense, and the way that, it reminds me of like Goff, like year 1. Just throwing to when we got him, just throwing to nobody, and like Stafford in his last year, right? Stafford and Goff both back-to-back years, they would have 10 receptions to different receivers, 10 different receivers a game, and I really just feel like that's what Jordan Love just makes everyone look good on his offense, just putting it where it needs to go. So, and then bottom 5, you did bottom 5?
Yeah,
too,
no,
right,
just
JB?
top.
No,
just top.
not yet.
Okay. All right, Chris, you're next.
All right, so my top 5 after the Week 7 slate. I mean, the Ravens are number 1. Okay, that offense, dude. Like, what they're doing, the way they're matriculating the ball down the field, and then in the fourth quarter, Derrick Henry just buries you when you're. Dude, when you have tired legs and you have to tackle Derrick Henry, why do you think he keeps breaking 60-plus yard runs in the fourth quarter? Like, it's insane, okay? And their defense, they're sound. Like, they don't always make splash plays, but, like, they don't give up a bunch of points in the red zone, and they tackle really well. So the
His face is amazing when he hits top speed.
The Ravens are my number 1 team right now, but it's really close with my number 2 team, who are the Detroit Lions. They're playing well in every single phase. They are top 5 in offense, defense, and special teams right now. They're playing a just great football. Fun to watch. My 3rd team is the Chiefs. They are still undefeated. And, like, winning ugly is kind of like a definition of a solid team. Like, if you keep winning and everyone keeps going, what?
Yeah.
But like, they beat the Ravens. And I know it was early, but, like, they're winning.
Yep.
So Chiefs are 3. I got Minnesota at 4 still as well, like John. And then, even though I think the Texans end the year as a better team, after what I saw on Sunday, I got to put the Packers at 5. I can't believe 3 of the NFC North teams are in the top 5.
Dude, I didn't get to watch the Packers game. That I saw at halftime. It was like 21 or something like that to 20, or very close. And then, like, no scoring at all in the second half. What happened?
Yeah, there was just a lot of punts, a lot of turnovers. It was ugly.
Yikes. All right, bottom 5, fellas.
Self promotion. I did that deep analysis saying that Josh Jacobs would have positive touchdown regression, and he scored on Sunday.
You did.
I like him to score, and I like him to score again against the Jags.
I like that, dude. That Jags game, bro. I think that Jags game's gonna be. I think it's gonna be close. I think it could be close.
Why?
Because the Jaguars' offense the last 2 weeks has looked good. 4 drop touchdown passes 2 weeks ago against the Bears that would have changed that game. I still think they would have lost. Bears played great. And then last week, I know they're playing a bad team, but they're coming alive.
I don't know, man. I think that the Packers defense, like, if the Texans, who in my opinion have one of the strongest offenses, truly, like, they have so many weapons. I think that Stroud is 5 times better than Trevor Lawrence. And now you have the Jags, who are, again, coming off of their traveling back from jet lag. I don't care who you are. It is like 6 hours is 6 hours. It might have been even 7.
And they were there for 2 weeks.
Like, it takes sometimes it takes a lot longer to reset your internal clock. I think and then you take that on top of the fact that I think the Packers have better defense, way better defense, and they held the Texans to 20 points or 23. No, I don't think so, JB. I don't care. I think they crushed Trevor Lawrence. I think Trevor Lawrence looks like a fraud this game.
All right, let's go. A little disagreement. I love it. Chris, what were you going to say?
No, nothing. That's
all right. Bottom 5. Let me gas the Jags up a little less now. I got the Jags at 28, but I do think it's going to be an interesting game. We'll see. I have the Patriots at 29. You might wonder why they're not lower. It's because the Panthers are worse. The Titans are selling. I can't believe it. Like, I was a little worried because the Titans have like a top 10-ish defense, and I don't want this to be a trap game for Detroit, but we're home, so I'm not that worried about it. Now they're getting rid of some of their best players. No D-Hop. I think they got rid of a linebacker as well. So they're at 31 for me, and the Browns, 32. They're not winning another game. The Browns, think about how lucky they are that they have that one win. They might lose the rest of the games this season. They could have gone 0-17.
I actually disagree.
Because you like Jameis Winston?
I'll go next.
Yeah, let's hear it now.
All right. So at 28, I got the Titans. Right? They are trading away talent. They got rid of D-Hop. Mason Rudolph is starting. Will Levis is hurt. I mean, Mason Rudolph starting might actually help them. But I got the Titans at 28. I got the Raiders at 29. Miami, even though they're playing awful, is now out of my bottom 5 because Tua's back.
Ooh.
I got New England at 30. And then at 31, congratulations, you have moved up 1. Cleveland Browns.
The Browns, wow.
You think they moved up 1?
Yeah, I think Watson being hurt makes them a better team. So they moved up. And then Carolina, bro, Marcus Mariota does that. That defense is in, even if Andy Dalton plays sound that game, that defense is just paper, dude. Paper. Give me Carolina as the worst team right now after week 7.
Unbelievable,
That's-
Chris.
I think it's great.
I love it.
I think that's great. I'm gonna have to go with my gut and continue to talk that shit until they prove otherwise. Give me the Jets at 28. Give me the Jets at 28. Congratulations, you have Breece Hall, Aaron Rodgers, Garrett Wilson, great defense, and now you have Devontae Adams, and you're 2-5. Nice year, great year for the Jets. At 29. Give me the Titans as well. They're selling. They're gone, right? They got rid of Hopkins. It's over. You literally get rid of your number one offensive player because no matter what, I think D-Hop will always be that until, he proves that he's not. He never has a quarterback, so what are you going to do? Titans, 29. 30. Give me the New England Patriots. 31. Browns. 32. Panthers. Sure, pretty simple, if you ask me.
All right, there we
And
go.
Chris,
a lot of agreement.
Was thinking about Dolphins down there, and then to his back, it's anyone's game now, right?
Yep.
Who are they playing this week? The Dolphins.
Yeah, I think they're gonna look. I think they're gonna look a lot different this week. They play the Cardinals.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fun game to watch. And I think that the Dolphins are favored right now by a little bit. We'll get into that game a little bit later.
Give me a Tyreek Hill 70-yard touchdown.
Yeah, dude. How'd you like to be a quarterback in that locker room after Tyreek Hill's interview today? Did you see him?
No.
He's like, "I'm back, baby. Put me in your lineup, dude. I'm gonna go crazy." Like, imagine being the quarterback who just tried getting you the ball all the time but couldn't do it. Just Tyreek Hill's like, "Finally, I'm gonna start playing football again."
Him and Waddle had what, 2 receptions last week?
That was
bad.
brutal.
It was
Dude,
brutal.
how are you not even throwing like screens to them? I actually don't know, right? Like it's almost like they were. I'm not joking. It's almost like they were just trying to keep them out there to be like distractions or to keep them in shape, but not get hurt. So they just weren't they were not giving them the ball at all, and they weren't trying to.
Yep.
But literally, because now you have 2 healthy wide receivers who are getting Tua, and they're ready to go.
Yeah. It's gonna be wild, dude. The Rams. News today, Rams, actually yesterday it broke, are open to trading Cooper Kupp.
Yep, price has to be right.
Give me your quick guess where you think he goes.
I think the team it helps the most that needs to pull the trigger on this is the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay.
Like CD Lamb desperately needs help. So you add Cooper Kupp, you get someone who can work some end around magic to help even with the run game. You got a great slot receiver to take pressure off of CD, maybe even open up CD in more one-on-one situations. I would love to see him on the Cowboys for the Cowboys. I don't think they do it though.
Ty?
I can see him going to the not the Vikings. The Bucks. Bucks just lost Godwin for the
Ooh.
entire year. Godwin
Yep.
the entire year.
Evans
he's
is hurt.
gone. Evans is hurt for at least I think they said 4 weeks
Yeah.
and so he'll almost never come back earlier than that, especially now that Godwin's out.
Especially with a hamstring. No way.
Right. So listen, they have Rashad White, they have Bucky Irving, they have Otten, they have guys, right? And the thing about why I'm not super worried, I do think that they'll pull this trigger because they should, but like again, they can win, dude. They can win this year. Their offense is explosive. Baker Mayfield, if he can start protecting the ball a little bit more, like the way that they use Bucky and Rashad, like they use them pretty well in the passing game. They have they have good hands. So I don't think they're hurting for receivers right now, but I can easily see him going to the Bucks.
Yeah, I think the Bucks are a good fit. I don't think that their cap space is in a great spot right now. It's definitely not top 10. I don't think they're going to trade him in the division. But to me, 2 teams in that same division make a ton of sense.
Oh,
the
San
Niners.
Francisco.
The Niners need wide receivers right now, and dude, so do the Cardinals. You imagine him and Marvin Harrison with Kyler, like that would be a lot of fun.
the
Oh,
Cardinals
dude, I
Cardinals are
do
in a good
hate-
striking position.
And both of
You're
those teams have the most cap space available. They're both in the top 7. Niners are number 1 overall. Cardinals are like 7.
Okay. Hey, can I throw one more?
Sure.
Yeah.
So did Tank Dell even have a catch this weekend?
No, he
No.
had 0 points in fantasy.
He had 0 points without Nico Collins. Kill me.
Yeah.
Dude, hear me out, dude. Cup to the Texans. I know they won't do it, but
Yeah, they
Diggs
have
looks
Diggs.
washed.
Yeah.
Diggs looks washed. He looks washed.
He has. Guys, like
And we
let's
get
call-
Cooper Kupp.
let's call a spade, bro. I've been saying Diggs has been underperforming for years, and for some reason, on sports shows, on everywhere, everyone's talking about Diggs is number 1, Diggs is number 1, Diggs is number 1 wide receiver. Literally, prove it. Show me a single game where this dude has had over 100+ yards, multiple times. You know what I mean? When was his last pop-off game? I don't know, man. I think that there's just something good.
Yep. Guys, I was going to skip this one because I'm skipping some things here so we can get to our sponsor segment here for our final hour in just a few minutes. But I don't want to skip this one because it leads into my next one. Listen, the Cooper Kupp rumors are true. That is not a rumor. It is real. They're open to shopping him.
Yeah,
They've already had conversations.
The Chiefs were going for him.
Yep. The Stafford rumor that was started by someone else there's zero evidence that is true at all. And the only people that I have seen even talking about it are people that are absolute jokes on social media. So, but that said, it doesn't mean that it's not true, Ty. It just means there's nothing confirmed the way it is with Kupp.
Yeah, someone said Vikings, and that scared me. I was like, there's so no way.
So while that is not true so far, what would be a good landing spot for Stafford if they were to trade him?
Yeah, I thought about this. I literally thought about this on stream. I went over it in depth. I said one of the only teams truly that makes sense is the Vikings, and I think there's one other team.
Oh, I've got a doozy for you.
That is the Steelers.
Dude, yes.
Yeah,
that's what I was gonna say.
Oh,
the Vikings and the Steelers.
Can you imagine?
You look at every other team. Like, listen, there are teams in the bottom 16 that
I'll throw one out after this.
that need Stafford, but it's too late. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's no other weapons. Their defense is not a bit. They're like, so it doesn't even make sense, right? And then you look at everyone else that's in striking position, and almost even some of the teams that aren't. They have guys. They have guys that they paid. They're doing well, and there's no reason to get Stafford. Truly. So I saw two teams. I saw Vikings and I saw the Steelers.
Dude, my answer was the Steelers because Justin Fields and Russell Wilson. I mean, they're just. Let's be honest. They're not winning a Super Bowl.
They're also not paying Russell. They're not paying Russell.
Right.
Russell's being paid for one more year, I think, or 2 more years.
And they're not going to win more than one playoff game with Russell Wilson or Justin Fields. They're not. Could they win multiple with Stafford? Absolutely.
Could also carry them.
Absolutely, they could. So
will they win them?
Imagine a Jared Goff,
Can
Matthew Stafford Super Bowl, Lions, Steelers. Are you kidding me? Serve it up on a silver platter, baby.
Okay,
Chris.
that would be cool. But hear me out. I have a soft spot in my heart for this team. I have for a long time. The Broncos. Now, I know.
Let Bo Nix learn from them.
Yes, let Bo Nix just like even split reps. I don't care. Like give Stafford 75, Bo Nix 25% of the practice, like first squad reps. Because Stafford at this point in his career is a veteran. I don't think he needs 100%. Like, imagine, dude.
Yeah, I can actually see that. I don't know why
they're 4-3. They've won 4 of their.
They just don't have any. They don't have any receivers, bro. Besides Sutton.
Yeah, they have the dude. But come on now, right? Stafford. Look what Stafford did for years with nothing. With Calvin, right? He made it work. So I can see that.
Again, I don't think this happens, but I just thought that was another interesting one.
That would be interesting. I can see him going to the Steelers, bro. I think he might. So if they're actually open to trading, I can see it.
Super fun. Listen, this leads into my next question here. Who are you starting if you are Mike Tomlin going forward after Russell Wilson's performance? Do you start Russell Wilson or Justin Fields?
I think you have to start Wilson.
Yeah, it's Wilson. It's Wilson over Fields right now, just because I mean he looks better. Sure, a lot of people.
Well, it's also how
pop-off game, dude. We all watched it, right? It was a nighttime game. He did not pop off at all. I don't care what anyone says. He had several missed throws and some of the big bombs, some of the big throws that he did have, they were not placed well, and they were incredible catches by.
They were 50-50 balls that Pickens
right.
Got,
balls,
right.
That offensive
Arthur,
caught, he didn't do anything.
But Arthur Smith's offense is predicated on those types of plays, and Fields wasn't even throwing them.
Right. That's the thing. And Russell, the one thing Russell Wilson did that Fields is quite literally can't do was that touchdown pass. I think it was definitely the second half where he floated it into the end zone and like let his guy go and get it. Like Fields just doesn't do that, bro. He either darts it right to the guy he's looking at his first read, or he throws it over his head because he doesn't have that ability to just throw that touch pass that Wilson does. So all three of us are in agreement that if it's not Stafford, it should be Russell Wilson for now.
Russell. Yeah, he still he protected the ball. So
yep. All right, who has a winning record right now that should be worried? and that will be followed up with who has a losing record that should be confident. We've done this a few times in the last 7 weeks. I love it. What you got?
Yeah. I mean, dude, I'm gonna stick with this. Give me the Eagles. Give me the Eagles. Winning record, should be worried. You have the Commanders, who are currently 5-2. They look like a more complete team. They're in your division. Your offense is struggling. Yes, you had a great game against the Giants. Congratulations. It's the Giants. I don't think you should ever be happy about that. I think that I think that it's not, their wins aren't good. Their wins don't look good. They're not putting up points consistently with the weapons that they have. Even when Devontae and AJ weren't there for the 2 games, doesn't matter. You still have guys. I'm worried about the Eagles with a winning record, especially with Nick Sirianni, and then a losing record. Not worried. Give me the Dolphins.
Oh, baby. Ty's bringing them back to life.
Listen, I love Tua. And we have to think about the weapons that they have on offense. Welcome back. You now have a guy who can still deliver the ball and get the job done to some of the best offensive players in the league, with Waddle, Tyreek.
And they had a bye week. So I think.
Give me. I'm not worried about the 2-4 Dolphins. Let's start seeing the Dolphins cook, dude. I'm really excited to watch their games.
They have some very favorable games coming up, dude. Cardinals won't be easy. Bills won't be easy, but none of these are necessarily easy. But then they get the Raiders, the Patriots, as well, plus the Rams. So have some fun, Tua. Stay safe out there.
Yes,
Chris,
stay safe.
Stay safe out there. So, okay, so the winning team that I'm a little bit nervous for right now, for the 4-3 Indianapolis Colts, because man, they could barely beat the Tua-less Dolphins. And they just look like a captain with a ship without a captain with Richardson playing football. He just looks awful, dude. So I was watching that game. So guys, on YouTube TV, you still can't perfectly pick your 4 games. So my favorite 3 games were up, and then I had the Colts Dolphins game in the bottom left corner. And I say that I literally remember it was in the bottom left corner because oh my God, dude, he's missing guys by 20 yards.
Yikes.
On throws. And then on 3rd down, he'll get a big play with his legs. But dude, he looks awful. Richardson should not be a starting quarterback in the NFL right now. It was my hot take in week 2, and it hasn't changed at all. Since he's been back. So
Stafford
they're
to the Colts, dude.
Dude, they're the team I'm worried the most about with a winning
Flacco.
record. The team that I'm excited for with a losing record is ready. I'm gonna say I'm more surprised.
Don't you dare say what I think you're about to say.
It's not the 49ers.
Okay.
Dude, I'm really worried about them.
I
can't.
too.
Yeah, same.
I can't pick them. So I'm gonna say of the terrible teams, the ones that's playing the best is Arizona.
No.
I don't know what they're going for.
No.
At 3-4, I'm not sure what they want this season. I don't know if there'll be a playoff contender, but come on, I needed a spicier take than the Bengals. I said the Bengals last.
Yeah, you did say the Bengals, and I'm getting real tired of it. But I
So
okay.
give me if Kyler can pull off the kind of 4th quarter theatrics that we saw, and they can keep it close. I think that could be a fun team.
I don't know. They kind of got bailed out by a pass interference flag, dude.
It was a bad call. It was a bad call, but that wasn't 4th down.
Doesn't matter.
I've got the team that has a winning record that should be worried is the Denver Broncos. The Broncos in the next 6 weeks they'll end up facing the Ravens, Chiefs, and Falcons coming up. Now they could win some of those games and they could beat the Falcons, but I just don't see it. Their defense played lights out against the Saints. That was super fun to watch. I called it on the show. Was not worried at all about the Broncos game, and they blew them out.
Yeah, they got me 21 points. I picked them up.
But Ravens, Chiefs, Falcons is pretty brutal for them. So I think they're going to have a losing record sooner than later.
Oh, you're right. It was a hit to the head. Sorry.
And then who has a losing record that should be confident? I'm with you, Chris. Give me the Cardinals, dude. Why? Because they can beat the Niners right now if the Niners don't get healthy or don't trade for some more wide receivers, and they could also beat the Rams. And you know what? The Seahawks are hit or miss right now. They're kind of back on track, it looks like, after stomping the Falcons. But I like the Cardinals, not necessarily to get in the playoffs, but I think that they're not going to have a losing record soon. Ladies and gentlemen, for the next hour, this Blevins Bros Sports Show is brought to you by DraftKings.
What?
I gotta add some stuff.
Oh, you know what I kind of want to do? You know what? I want to make the image completely cover Tyler. That's what I want to do.
Wow, bro.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I'm literally right. I'm like right here.
Yep. All mine are
I'm
up. Ty,
image.
you are first, my friend.
Yeah, guys. Wait, why is mine not white? You didn't give me the white one, Andre. I have the DraftKings logo, but it's in black.
Yep. And they just have to be up during the read.
Yeah. So this is the same reason as last time, pretty much. Yeah.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, this stream is brought to you by DraftKings. Use promo code Blevins. You can get any $5 bet. You will get up to $200 in bonus bets after you place your first $5 bet. And use code Blevins. Gamble responsibly. Be smart. Set a limit, and let's have some fun.
We're super excited about the partnership, my friend. Let's rock and roll. We're going to get into some next week's games. Looking forward to it.
Oh, hold up. I'm being told it has to be the large one.
It is the large one. I have the large one on. You
I
just
have
did it
all
to
of
my
mine.
large
I have
one.
all of mine on.
No. The large.
The one on the bottom.
Hold up. I need. Yeah. I still have one more. And I still need Andre. I still need the white image, please. Sorry. Hold up. I have the other one that he's talking about. Boop. There it is. Got it. All right. I'm good.
You don't have to do it again.
I don't think so.
Okay, sweet.
All right.
I'll hide
Let's
mine.
talk, boys.
I'll hide mine until the next one, and let me also unlock that because that was ugly to look at. I accidentally moved our cameras around. All right, we're good, fellas. Here's the deal. NBA tip-off, by the way, it's happening.
Yeah, I'm watching the Pistons are choking right now.
No, dude.
No.
Yeah, they're down 5 with a minute left. They were up the whole game.
Wait, in the fourth or the third?
Fourth quarter, 1 minute left. They're
Come
down 5.
on. Oh my gosh, the same thing as last year. Oh, I'm having flashbacks, brother. Listen to the box score. 31 in the first quarter, 27 in the second, 32 in the third, 14 points in the fourth. The same problem as last year so far in game 1.
Yep.
Dang it, dude.
They're just not. Yeah, they're just missing. I'm watching.
Brutal. Hey, listen, I have a lot of faith in the Pistons this year. Their new coach, I like him a lot. He's all about grit, very Dan Campbell-y. And he said the guys are going to fight like heck. We got some good veterans on the team. We got a lot of young talent. I do think the Pistons have a shot at the 8 seed in the East, which isn't great. And they're not going to do much once they get there. But excited for the NBA. It's a lot of fun stuff that DraftKings has. A lot of fun profit boosts, etc. as well for the NBA tip-off. So have fun with that, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on.
Holding.
Wait a second. It's a
Something
choppa.
right.
Let's go through this week's games, fellas. Starting with Thursday. We already talked a
I'm
little
ready.
bit about Thursday.
Yes, I
It's
did.
the Vikings and Rams. Chris likes the Vikings -3. He shared that in our Blevins Bro Sports Show parlay for this week. They're actually -2.5 on DraftKings. Do you like the -3 as well? Is that not? You don't care about the half point?
No, I like -3. I love the field goal.
Okay, you love the -2.5 Vikings. The
Right.
infamous Lions hangover. Every single team that has faced the Lions this year has been decimated the next week.
Commanders still won, by the way, but they were playing Panthers, I believe. If I recall.
Commanders, what?
We didn't
We
play.
didn't play the Commanders. Who did we play? We played one team that didn't. Someone reminded me in my stream. I think I was
It was
trying
because
to.
I thought they had a bye.
Yeah,
That's it.
it's had a bye week. Dallas is going to play against the Niners here this week, and Dallas had a bye week, so the hangover doesn't. We can't count that one.
Right.
The Vikings are a much better team. Here's the thing. I'm gonna be honest. For me in this game, if the Rams were not shopping Cooper Kupp, like if he was just back, and they were super hopeful that they could go on a little run here and get Puka back soon too, I think I would hammer the Rams. I really do. I just think the hangover is real. The Lions play physical football, but I think that
their
Kupp thing
offense is going to have some success against the Vikings. I just think the Vikings offense, like, they might punt once. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I just don't. I think Kupp. It matters to me that Kupp is on the block. How do you not? How do you go out and get 200 yards and 2 touchdowns when you know the team's trying to trade you? Maybe he can. Maybe he can do it. Stafford's going to throw it to him if he's out there. But I don't love the Rams as much as I did knowing that they're trying to kind of to start all over and get rid of Cup. Ty, who you like? You like the Vikings?
Dude, I love. Again, I'm in the same spot. I think this is just a little bit different. I think that the Vikings are the best team we played this year. And that's just facts. The Vikings are the best team we played this year. And I know that I believe in the Lions hanging over. I've believed in it so much I took the Giants to literally upset the Seahawks after we played the Seahawks, and that hit. I think that the Vikings are just better than anything we played. And I do think that the Rams, there might be some turmoil in there. The Cup is looking to be traded. Stafford got obliterated last week as well. I don't know if you guys saw. He was just getting pressured and
so
crushed.
he already doesn't have a lot of time to throw, and now he's going up against one of the most creative blitzers in the NFL. And again, I think Stafford is like Goff, where he's a veteran. He's going to have answers against that defense, but you have to have a little bit of the thing that the Rams don't have that we do is an offensive line to give Goff at least 2 seconds when 7 guys are coming at you.
And I know a lot about 7 guys coming at me, so I get it. So yeah, I like the Vikings minus 2.5 as well. I do, and then I also like Stafford to throw a pick, as like a side note. He's been trying to hit tight windows. Like I've been watching him every week. He's throwing interceptions quite often, and he's trying to force a lot. It's what he did on the Lions. Stafford to throw interceptions was almost a lock every week. And now you're going up against one of the best defenses in the league. They're going to be blitzing a lot. He's going to be trying to get the ball out quick. I can see there being a tip pick. I can see him just completely throwing it to Vikings player for pick 6. So yeah, give me the Vikings minus 2.5.
Dude, if you take if you do Matthew Stafford over half of an interception and Sam Darnold under half, it gets you to plus 238.
All 3 or just those 2?
Just those 2. If you just do Stafford over a half of one, so have him to throw one and Darnold to not, it gets you to plus 238. I kind of like that. I just don't think that Darnold's going to throw one, and I'm kind of with you that Stafford will, especially if they're losing the way Chris thinks they might.
Yeah, I'm taking it. All right, I believe in my own. And by the way, I had the same feeling. I didn't send this to anyone, but I took a Baker Mayfield interception and I took a Lamar Jackson under because Lamar protects the ball way more, and he'd rather run the ball than throw a ball that's not good. Baker, on the other hand, is willing to 100% just put the ball. Baker, dude, is honestly like a more athletic Stafford, in my opinion. He tries to force it. He wants it. He knows they're down, and he thinks he can make that tight window throw. I don't know if it's ego, confidence, or he just trusts his guys to come down with it, but he puts balls in bad spots. He throws picks. He just does. So, again, that's why I like it.
I said a couple weeks ago, if the Vikings beat the Packers, I'm not picking against them the rest of the season. I'm a man of my word, so I have to pick the Vikings in this game. I am going to back out on that, though. After this week, I reserve the right to actually pick what I think is going to happen with the Vikings games from now on. But I kept my word. I picked them against the Lions. Come on. I did it. Give me the Vikings to win. I do think it's going to be a lot of fun to watch, though. I don't think this game is going to be boring. I'm glad that it's Thursday night. We get a good Thursday night game.
Sure.
How about the Packers and the Jaguars, dude? Packers are -4 on the road in Jacksonville. Jacksonville coming off of tie. Great point, by the way, bringing up that they were just there for 2 weeks over there in England, overseas. The over-under is set at 49. What are you guys thinking?
I mean, I like the Packers -4. It was my pick with Hollywood Hagen. And if you're looking at the over here, the only way the over hits is if Jacksonville is performing. You know what I mean? Which I guess any, which is easy to say, right? But Love's gonna dominate. He always does.
Love might throw for 400 yards this week.
I know. I completely, dude. I can see Love, dude. I love it. Give me any times all over. Give me Green Bay any times everywhere. I love. Whoever you think he's gonna.
Did you guys see? And again, the Patriots run game was abysmal in London for that early game.
Yeah.
But did you see Drake May making plays?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like again, he's a rookie. He made some mistakes. But dude, he played well again. 2 touchdowns, ran for a few first downs. And that's Drake, May, and 4 receivers you've never heard of in Hunter Henry.
Yep.
Okay. So now against that defense, you get Jordan Love, Jalen Reed, Dontavian Wicks, Romeo Dobbs, Tucker Kraft. Like, dude, it is gonna be a passing fiat. Like, it's gonna be like fireworks, dude. Give me the Packers.
I think the Packers are going to win. I don't love -4 like Ty does, just because I could see like a 30-27, 27-24 Packers win. Jags keep it close. But I took it. But I do. Yeah, man, the Packers they're the better team. Don't overthink it. My goodness, if the Jaguars can keep it close, though, it's going to be interesting to see what happens to Doug Peterson.
If the Jaguars can somehow win this game too, I think that like they beat this is going to be the first good team that they actually might beat. Then we can start talking about bringing them back into the conversation, right?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Because they're not in the conversation at all. And they're in
Got
what are they right now? They're 2-5. This is 3-5. Then all of a sudden they win 2 more. Now they're 5-5, and anything can happen at 5-5. So, but it starts with this really, really tough home game after 2 weeks of being in England. I don't see it happening.
Yeah, dude, that's a great point. And listen, the home field advantage here just doesn't matter. I got a Jags fan who's mad that none of us are taking them right now in the chat. Listen, the Jacksonville Jaguars, like their home advantage is just not really a thing either. They got the pool. That's pretty cool. It doesn't get super loud, especially right now with just the whole situation happening with that team. So I don't think that's a huge advantage. It's basically like a Lambeau Field outside where it's warmer with half the noise from the dedicated Packer fans out there. Actually, I could see a lot of Packer fans at this stadium in Florida here. So,
Right, correct.
Yeah, I just think let's go Pack, dude. I didn't mean to say that. Go Pack, go. Okay. Titans Lions, guys. Dan Campbell says they asked him, hey, how do you make sure that this is not a trap game for you guys? He said all you got to do is watch the tape. That defense is playing lights out. They're like a top 10 defense. As soon as you watch the tape, you realize that they're giving people fits. Lions are -11. It's the most a team is favored by this week. The Chiefs are favored by 10 against the Raiders, which is close, and the Broncos by 10 against the Panthers, which is close. But 11 points, over under at 45. What are you thinking?
I mean, I like the under. I like the under because I can see the line. I can see us crushing them, 30-7, 30-0. Literally, I could see this being a shutout. They just lost Hopkins. Where's their long ball threat? They don't have it. Pollard, we shut down the run game and then some. And I mean, Will Levis is terrible. He's atrocious.
And he's not playing. Mason Rudolph, who's not good either.
Don't care. I think we blitz the hell out of these guys. I also think that I feel like we crush them. I love the -11 here, and I love. But we might even, I don't know. We might even cover it ourselves. So don't touch the over under, but give me the -11 for sure. I even like when it comes to a spread like this. By the way, I'm probably gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna do this with the Chiefs because that's a division game, but I like teasing this to a 13.5. I like teasing this like a 2 touchdown.
Yeah,
like -11. Like I like 2 tutties. I don't see the Titans getting anything here. So blitz, Bama, blitz, baby.
Yeah. I really appreciate like Campbell giving flowers to where a team is being successful because the Titans are -7.1% defense. They're 11th in the NFL in defensive DVOA. So he's not wrong. And they just cannot move the ball on offense. And now we struggle to get pressure on Darnold. So I don't know if Glenn's going to give Rudolph some different looks this week. But I don't think trap games exist in Ford Field. Like maybe if this was in Tennessee, there'd be more of a chance for a trap game. But I think that the guys are always jacked to go out in front of that crowd in Detroit. So I'm with Ty.
And we're going to be there, baby.
I think we're going to smack them.
We are. We're going to be there. We're going to be on the field before the game, which is going to be a lot of fun. Maybe we finally get a chance to meet Dan Campbell. What do you think?
I never want to. I would, dude. It would be my honor to shake his hand,
right?
Dude,
and just to thank him and just thank you, my friend, for making us relevant.
But dude, you always know, man. It's game time, right? I don't even like being on the sideline before the game because I don't want to distract the players. They're there. I mean, but I know it's like it's a part of it.
Yeah,
right?
and they love it. They love it.
I'm sure they do. But personally, like I don't know. I want to just go there and watch these guys do what they do and not be a distraction. And again, I know that
and I respect that, Ty.
So like, dude, if Dan Campbell comes over, obviously it'll be the greatest day ever. If anyone comes over and says hi, it's always a pleasure. They don't have to, but I hope it happens for sure.
Yeah, love to meet him for sure, dude. It's gonna be. Yeah, I mean, this game, it's not going to be close. Imagine, like, I could almost never think of a time where I take a team minus 11 and the under. but like, I think I might.
This would be
Because
this
I think
would
the
be
Lions
it.
might win 27-0 or like 27-3, like you said, 27-4,
Yeah.
7. So what are you going to say, Chris?
I just want to express my love for Jared Goff right now.
Jared, baby.
Those first 2 games of the season, I was really worried, especially when we lost to the Bucks. I was like, is this what our offense is now? Dude, he has flipped a switch again. It just seemed like rust. And he is playing so well. Dude, he dissected that Minnesota defense in seconds after every snap. He instantly knew where, dude, he knew where his checkdowns were. He knew when he had leverage. He was not afraid to fling it down the middle of the field to St. Brown, over
It's a
linebackers,
huge throw.
threading needles. Dude, Goff.
Jared, dude.
Jared, I will be waiting on the sideline with a dozen roses on Sunday if you need a hug.
Dude, there
All
are
right.
Jared Goff chants, by the way, all over the world.
Everywhere. Pistons, Red Wings, every week, every game.
I think I saw on TikTok, a Jared Goff chant at a wedding.
Let's go.
I'm not even kidding. Like, I'm not joking. It's everywhere. It's crazy. Like high school games. It's awesome. It's awesome.
It's been a lot of fun. I love it. Dude, yeah, we're going to listen. It's one of those games. I just hope no one gets hurt. You know what I mean? Just go out and win that game, walk away with no injuries, and it'll be basically a bye week. We can get ready for Green Bay. We haven't talked about J-Mo at all. J-Mo
I still
suspended.
don't even know what he was. Do we know what he was taking?
So we don't know what he was taking. It's been 2 weeks. Like, it can only be a handful of things, like some masking agent, which who knows what he would be trying to mask, something like Adderall or something like that. It's not steroids. It's not anabolic steroids. Nothing like that. Nothing that would really make him like turn into a beast. I think last year there was a guy who was. I don't want to say the wrong name. I'm not going to say it because I don't want to say the wrong name. But there was a guy last year who just popped off, and then it turns out he was taking like roids. So that's not what it is. He is deciding right now if he's going to appeal it. I think he has 5 days from the time he's noticed. So as of yesterday or 2 days ago, whenever that broke, he's got 5 days from then to decide if he's going to appeal it. If he appeals it, likely the suspension would be moved. So we'd have him for the Packer game and then lose him for a different 2 games if he doesn't win the appeal. I kind of hope he goes.
Well, maybe
that
only
route.
1 game then if he doesn't play this week. Is that how that works?
No, so if he appeals it like today or tonight or tomorrow or the next day, whenever his last chance is, then he'll be able to play this week unless the Lions decide to sit him. Then likely would be able to play against the Packers as well. And then we'll get the review of his appeal, and figure that out. So I'm sure the Lions are figuring that out and talking to him. Dan Campbell said he still has a ton of trust in the guy, and that he's earned a lot of respect in that locker room. Listen, from a fan of his in college, watching him play at Bama, and then what he did last year, which was just a boneheaded move. He didn't know those rules. He does know these ones. He needs to be smarter. But my goodness, bro, if he's already proved himself. Like the way he blocks, he was not doing that as crazy as in college as he is now. The way he's working hard, not just assuming he's going to be the best receiver on the team, and he's taking lessons from St. Brown and listening to him in mentorship. I love the kid. I think he'll be just fine.
Agreed.
Yeah, he's 23. I'm not worried.
100%, my friend. Let's go to the Ravens Browns. We'll touch on it. Ravens are minus 8.5. Over under is 44.5.
Chris, you're funny, dude.
Was that a
give me,
massage joke?
Give me Browns money line.
Just give me
Give me a Jameis Winston. Give
Tyler.
me a Jameis Winston comeback game.
I can't tell
Hear
if you're
me
being
out.
serious. Are you being serious?
Oh my god.
Listen to me. Hear me out. Hang on. I have to say something.
What is happening?
That was a tough game. That was a tough game the Ravens played against the Bucks. It was not easy. It was aggressive. It was tough. And you mean to tell me?
I'm waiting for Ashton Kutcher to run through his back door and be like,
Dude,
"You
listen
got
to me.
punked.
Listen
You
to me,
got
dude.
punked."
You mean to tell me we're this confident in the Ravens again to cover and win this game when they lost to the Raiders at home this year?
I didn't say anything about them covering. I think the Ravens just win.
I think they win. However, Browns kind of keep it close.
Wow.
I'm kidding. Give me the Ravens. give me the Ravens by a million. But the last time these two teams played, the Cleveland Browns won 33-17. to 31. November 12th, 2023. The Browns won by 2.
Was that when Deshaun got injured? Did he injure his shoulder in that game?
I don't remember. Let me look at the stats. It was Browns. No, he was in. Deshaun Watson, 5 touchdowns, 3 interceptions.
Wow.
Jerome Ford, 264 yards, a touchdown. That was rushing. Watson ran over for 148 rushing yards.
Wow.
So,
well, that ain't happening.
Njoku, 165 receiving, 20 receptions. Judy, 21 receptions, 266 yards.
That's not possible.
Did this game go overtime? What?
That's not possible.
There's no way.
Why does it say 21 next to REC then?
Maybe receiving yards.
No, because it says 266 yards.
That's the whole team and not Judy. Who knows, dude? That's crazy. Who cares?
Oh, wait a minute. I'm looking at. I think I might be looking at like all time then against.
Yeah,
There's
you
no
might
way.
be.
Yes,
You might
this
be.
is all time. This is all time, guys. Wow, that was that. It had to have been. I think it was both games. It had to have been both games. Apologies.
Wow,
However, the
okay.
Browns did win 33-31.
They're a very different team. I like the Ravens minus 8.5.
Yeah, me too. Give me
But
the
I
Ravens
love
by-
Jameis.
Give me the Ravens by. Give me the Ravens by a million. But I'm not surprised if this game's close. I'm just not.
And Jameis is not afraid to throw that ball. Give me a defensive tutty by the Ravens.
Dude, yeah, I love that. Listen, Jameis Winston, he went on a rant for like 2.5 minutes after the Browns fans were booing Deshaun Watson. And listen, you guys have heard me. I want Watson to take accountability and apologize. I believe in mercy for sure. Everyone needs to be merciful to one another, but you gotta ask. You gotta take some ownership there. I still think booing him is crazy. That's a crazy thing to do when someone gets hurt on the field. And Jameis goes on a 2-minute rant, brother, against somebody that I don't like and defending him. And I just am sitting there just like getting teary-eyed listening to Jameis be like, come on, don't be like that. I mean, he's just an unbelievable leader. I'm rooting for him. But yeah, the Ravens are going to win.
Yes.
Colts, Texans, fellas. Texans at home, -5. Over-under is 46 in that one.
Dude, they're just so like if I thought Green Bay's defense was that good, and don't get me wrong, they're getting a bunch of takeaways. Like that's where they're doing really well. But the pressure has been a problem. Like they haven't been getting a lot of pressure. And that so just knowing how bad the Texans offensive line looks right now, a little bit worried because like Stroud he has to be able to like he still made some magician plays against the Packers to keep
And he'll do
the
that
Texans
again.
in it. And Mixon is amazing.
Yes.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm taking the Texans, but this is what I'm worried about.
I might tease. I love the Texans at 4.5 here, but you like the fact you're just putting so much doubt in my mind. Like you make me want to tease it down to 2.5.
Yeah,
If you haven't already
done,
done it, Ty, if you haven't already done it, I would, dude. I love the Colts +5. I love them +5 because
you guys are making me want to just take the Texans -14 and just. And
hey, we talked you out. We talked you out a little bit of doing that with the Commanders, and you would have won a big one.
You did.
Well,
And I was so happy. By the way, I do want to say there's no greater feeling truly than when like we make incredible predictions and people are like tagging me in their slips and winning. It's a great feeling, obviously, knowing that like, you know, we aren't just throwing these numbers out here. We do a lot of our research, and we watch these games every week. So, anyways, sorry.
And listen, I've been a football fan my whole life. Watched a lot of these Colts Texans games over the years. Doesn't seem to matter how good or bad either team is. These teams usually play each other really close, which is why I love the Colts +5 here. It's just a weird thing, man. It's a division game. It's like when the Bears end up playing the Lions. Like it doesn't matter how bad the Bears are that year or the Lions. It seems like they're close. So I like it +5, but I do like the Texans to win. They're at home, and CJ Stroud is just, 5 times better than Anthony Richardson at this moment in their careers.
yes.
Over under 46? I like the over.
Yeah. Again, Texans offense just looks blah without Nico.
Yeah.
That's true.
So, I'm kind of chilling on this game.
I did bench Tank Dell. Not playing him.
Yeah, it really hurts my heart to see him go from literally almost winning me. I think he won me games last year, like single-handedly to what he is now. It's very frustrating. And I'd love to, we probably will never know, but I would love to hear from him. Right?
Yeah, let's get him on the show.
I would love to get dude, like literally, like
we're in the groove. This is the groove of the rest of the season. It's way easier for me to take time to get guests now that everything's set up and we're rolling.
The second Tank gets on the show, Ty just goes, man, what the?
What are you?
What the?
0 points?
That's crazy, dude. How about the Jets, Patriots? We'll do this one quickly. Are we just all in on the Jets need this game? They're going to go get it? Or are we giving the Patriots a shot here? -7 are the Jets. Over under at 41.
You know what's crazy after what Belichick did with them last year? You know what the worst unit on this team is? This Patriots team? It's their defense. So so May is going to be May, right? And he might he might throw one to Sauce Gardner in this game at some point. Okay, but if that defense isn't going to do anything, they're screwed. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, the way they look right now, and Breece Hall might have 150 yards. So give me the Jets. Give me the Jets by a lot because
give me a boring Jets win here.
Yeah, I think the Jets win.
A boring Jets win, Ty.
That
What do you
boring
mean?
Jets win. And I think
I could see this being 23-13.
I don't know, the Jets. I feel like every Jets play is boring. Like literally every time Breece Hall has a breakaway, he never scores.
Hey, this is a division game.
There's something about that makes a game 10 times more fun when you see Derrick Henry hit a 70-yard run and then he does a little hobadoo and he jumps in the end zone for a touchdown. Everyone's freaking out. No one likes someone getting down to the 5-yard line to snooze fest and they end up kicking a field goal. Right? So I want an explosive game. I want Breece Hall to get in the freaking end zone if he's gonna have breakaway runs here. Show me something exciting. Devontae Adams, pop off. Prove, let's go. Seriously, let's go. This is the game to do it. You want to get your confidence? You want to be this is the game to do it. Who cares? Road game against the Patriots. Let's see what you got.
There you go. There you go. Fellas, put the banners up real quick. Let me know when you're ready.
Done, dude.
Done as well. Ladies and gentlemen, the Blevins Road Sports Show, we are super pumped to be sponsored and partnered with DraftKings. You can use code Blevins. Any first-time user, use code Blevins. You bet $5, you get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Absolute fun stuff. Listen, right now is the time. It's a lot of fun. You got the NBA, the NHL, the World Series is happening, NFL, college football, and more. Use code Blevins. Bet that.
World Series starting on Friday.
That's what I said. World Series is absolutely crazy stuff. We're super pumped to be partnering with them. Check us out on social media for more of our interactions and some of our picks, especially from Chris and I on our Instagram stories. Let's go. Have fun. Be safe.
Let's go.
We got some juicers left, fellas. We got some juicers to get into here. We've covered some boring ones.
There are some fun games this week.
The Eagles and the Bengals, we touched on it a little bit. Hollywood Hagan told us he loves the under in that game. It's bouncing back and forth between 47.5 and 48, depending where you look. Here at DraftKings right now, it is under 48, and the Bengals are -2. I think that's moved a little. Don't quote me on that yet, but that's -2 right now. Bengals at home. What are you guys thinking?
He said, he's the expert, 25 years of sports betting. He's an Eagles fan. He told Chris asked, what do you like? And he goes, I like Bengals -2 here. So
what a difference 2 weeks makes. Because if this was when the Bengals were making everyone look like Derrick Henry, I'm like Saquon for 125 plus, right? Yeah. And 2 tutties and the Eagles win. But they've tightened up a little bit on defense. I know Burrow didn't look great this week. That offense didn't look great at all against the Browns. But
I feel like no one's offense looks good against the Browns.
Yeah,
I want to point that out. It's just, I don't know what it is, but the games are awful, low scoring. But yeah,
this one is very hard to predict. When I was thinking about this one, I picked the Eagles 3 times, and I think the Bengals 5 times in a span of 5 minutes. So, again, I think give me the Bengals. Give me the Bengals in a really close one.
For me, this is one of those games where it's whoever's at home I'm taking. If this is in Philly, I'm taking Philly. It's a brutal place to play. Give me the Bengals at home. And I like them kind of like -3 or 4, even teasing it just a little bit.
I'm not that confident.
Ty, he's looking.
No, I'm not. I'm taking.
I still think Saquon can pop off.
That we talked about already, and I'm just making a little thing. I agree. I think Saquon can pop
Interesting
off.
that you think he can pop off. Interesting.
Of course he can. It's Saquon Barkley. I mean, he almost broke, but he also could be exhausted coming in. He's got a noon game, so it's not like a full rest where you can get an extra 3 hours, or even a night game or a Monday night game. And he ran for almost his record of yards in a game. So who knows? I agree though with Chris. I don't like the over. I personally, I don't like anything about this game. I look at it, I'm scared. Gun to my head, give me Bengals money line. No points.
Okay. Yep. And that's a -125. So that's kind of nice. If you're if you're making a little tiny parlay and you want to throw -125 in there, that's a good juicer right there.
Yep.
Atlanta Falcons, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, dude. Buccaneers are at home. Falcons are -2.5, over under at 46. And the Bucs are likely going to be without Mike Evans and are certainly without Chris Godwin. How in the heck is this only -2.5 Falcons?
It's funny you say that. I disagree. I think the Bucs.
You still like the Bucs?
I like the Bucs at home. I think they can steal this game. Absolutely. The Falcons just came off a brutal loss to the Seahawks. Brutal, an absolutely brutal stomping. Put up no points. Seahawks defense isn't spectacular. We put up almost 40. Like what? So again, we have one of the best offenses in the league. Again, I think that Baker finds a way to get the job done no matter what. I think again their run game isn't terrible. Rashad White, Bucky Irving, Otten dominated when he had to. I think they'll find ways to use him. I still think they produce here. I really do. And again, the Falcons, in my opinion, the Falcons offense has never really been, what's the word? I don't know, explosive. Maybe in the game against the Saints, they had some great plays. Drake London, I don't know. I think the Bucs can win this. I agree, JB. You see the injuries, and you're like, Falcons only -2.5 points on the road, right? Like, there's a world where I want to take. Where I agree, JB. There's a world where I want to take him at like 7.5, where they just blow out. It's a blowout. I could see that happening too. I look at this game as a trap game. There will be no slamming of any bets in this game whatsoever.
Just a few weeks ago, you and I were hanging out at your house watching this same game, which is crazy, by the way, that the Colts and the Houston Texans, I'm pretty sure, are playing each other already for the second time this year. And now this is the second division game as well for the Bucs and the Falcons. Overtime, Falcons won 36-30 with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin in the game.
I understand.
And now you okay? Listen, I respect it. The defense, the Bucs defense is legit. They can get after you. The Ravens just kind of handle them. Interesting. You're going Bucs here?
I will go Falcons here because of the Godwin and Evans are gone, and Evans has been like let's be real here. Godwin's a ghost. The only reason that he even saw any production last week was because Evans went out early. Like, Godwin was not hitting his line.
He's been very hit or miss this season.
He's been very missed this season. He's not hit or missed. I don't think he's had a single 100-yard game.
You don't think so, dude?
I think his highest game was 60 yards and a touchdown, maybe. Like, tell me I'm wrong. Godwin's had like what?
He had 100. He had 125 against the Saints, 117 against the Lions.
Is that Mike Evans?
Godwin
had 100 against us?
Yeah, 64 against the Falcons, 69 against the Eagles, 83 against the Commanders. He's cooking.
He's cooking.
You're not ass. You're not ass. You're not watching.
I swear I looked at Mike Evans' stats this week, and no, it's not just that. I swear I looked up his stats before because I wanted to see if I was going to bet on him in the night game, and I was like, I'm not taking him anywhere. So that's on me. My bad. I don't know. Bad memory. But again, I do like the Falcons to win it, but I can definitely still see the Bucs winning this. They have home field advantage. It's a division game. Game was close.
Yeah, this is.
Ty, I think you were just looking at Mike Evans, dude.
Here's what worries me.
So you were looking at Mike Evans, dude. Mike Evans had 25, 34, and 17 games, and then he had 62 and a 94. Mike Evans does not have over 100 at all this season. So I think that's what you were looking at. Hey, you're muted. You're muted too, by the way. But how about that brotherly save there? He just mixed up the players. He looked up Mike Evans, and that's what he was thinking about.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
What are you saying, Chris?
Apologies.
So Atlanta has the second worst pressure rate in the NFL, 16%. They're not getting to the quarterback. So I know Baker doesn't have a lot of weapons, but he should have some time. to find some receivers, to find Cade Otton. So I just want you guys to know that. But then the only thing that gives me pause is that Tampa's at 7. Even with how much Todd Bowles blitzes, they're only at 24% pressure rate. So I don't know. I like the Falcons in a close one, and if Baker had all his weapons, I'm taking the Bucs.
Interesting. I'm with you. I would take.
I love a Rashad White, Otten, Bucky, load if we're talking.
Yeah. And a Baker rushing load probably too.
Baker rushing load, maybe even a Baker interception. Again.
Yeah, he's been a little too careless with the ball right now.
He's being very careless, and unless he stop, and now without Evans and without Godwin, it's almost like, is he just going to be chucking it, checking down the entire game, or is he going to try to force to questionable receivers?
Yep.
It could be one or the other, actually. So I don't know. Again, I like stat lines here personally. I like player props here more than I like taking spreads, overs, unders, or picking who's going to win this game. If we're looking at sports betting,
for me, if Evans and Godwin are in, it's a no-brainer for me. I'm taking the Bucs at home. They're playing really hot right now, but that's huge, and they're coming off of a game against a really physical Ravens team, and the Falcons just got their butts kicked at home, I think, by the way, to the Seahawks, and so I think they're going to be hungry. So give me the Falcons, and I even like the -2.5, and I kind of like the under 46. I just don't think the Bucs are going to be able to score a ton of touchdowns. The Cardinals, Dolphins, fellas. The return of Tua.
Yeah, I don't see this being close.
Dolphins are -3.5 at home. Over/under is 45.5.
I always get nervous on players' first game back from injury.
Nope.
No.
Fine. I think he's fine. Give me the Dolphins -3.5. Give me the Dolphins -6.5.
Oh, baby.
I'm not, dude. I might ladder this. You want to talk about laddering? I might ladder.
Why are you so confident?
I'm confident because the Cardinals are not that great. I'm sorry, Kyler Murray. John, you saying Kyler Murray had a good game? I think Kyler Murray had a terrible game. He had one 44-yard rushing touchdown. That was the biggest point, the most points in the biggest.
It's a good defense.
It's
a good defense.
Dude, Tua's back. Tyree, Waddle, just get out. Home game. No way. Dolphins all day.
Ty thinks Miami is all the way back, baby.
Come on, dude.
That's crazy.
I do. I mean, listen, maybe I'm wrong.
Hey,
But
we all have some statements today that we might be messaging Hot Rod and Brave and being like, hey, boys, go back and get that clip. This is one of them.
Black Ops 6 has released. It's out. Call of Duty's out. Kyler Murray, road game. Hear me out. I look at this, Chris. I look at this as this might be the last time we see a matchup like this where the Dolphins are home and they're only favorite and they're -3.5. I think we'll never see a spread like this again after this game.
I do. They play the Bills.
Okay, that's different though. That's different. The Bills are way better than the Cardinals. That's not the point. I'm saying the caliber of the team, the Cardinals, with Tua being back, I don't see this spread being like that. You know what I mean? If Tua proved that he was back already somehow, this spread would be -7.5. Dolphins, -10.5. The line would be. But it's not.
I don't think it would.
Okay.
I mean, listen, if he's right, we're gonna get this clip and it's gonna be great.
I guess we'll never know.
Chris,
what
are you thinking?
I'm going to take the Dolphins, but I think it comes down to the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I'm with you 100%. I think it's gonna. I got Dolphins here money line. I kind of like the Cardinals +3.5, but it's just I don't like doing that. I don't like taking +3.5 when I think that they're gonna lose. So
I could see the Dolphins getting a walk-off tutty.
Yep. I do not think that Tua is going to slow down though. I just think I just don't think Arizona's that bad. That's my take here. I think Tua is going to air it out. I think he's going to air it out. Tyreek Hill, like you said, he's going to get his. Waddle's going to get fed.
And don't forget, the box is not going to be as loaded for A-Chain and Mostart now. Like they're going to have more room to run.
Yep.
So you're proving my point.
Yeah.
Right, we all picked the Dolphins.
We all picked the Dolphins. I just think it's going to be close.
Sure.
All right, let's go to Bills Seahawks, fellas. Bills Seahawks. And this game, I love this game. I love that this game's on at 3:05 because that means we get to watch it together after the Lions game. And by the way, you know what's crazy? This is going to blow. I don't know if you guys have thought about this yet. We're going to the Lions game this weekend. And correct me if I'm wrong here, but I'm pretty sure this is the first ever Lions game that we've all gone to where we're going to be on the field that wasn't prime time.
Yeah.
It's just a noon game.
Oh yeah.
Like, we're always there at night when it's crazy. We're going to get to go watch a noon Lions game, be on the field, be in the suite. I mean, maybe we can stay in the suite, watch the first half of the next game,
Sure.
on the
I'd
TV.
love that.
We'll see. It'd be a lot of fun. But Bills, Seahawks, 305. Seahawks are at home. Bills are favored by 3. Over-under is set at 47. And this is a massive game for both teams. The Bills have lost a few recently. They just beat the Titans, obviously. The Seahawks coming off a huge win after losing a few in a row, after losing to us and then losing, I think, another one right after that. So big game for both these teams who have playoff hopes and more than playoff hopes, maybe trying to get a couple playoff wins. What are you guys thinking?
I'm scared.
So
I'm scared.
I'm scared of this game a lot. But Chris, you go first.
So, dude, this is going to be an interesting game because Geno Smith has had just some weird games this year. Like, he's had games where he's looked like MVP candidate, and he's had games where he just hasn't been able to get it going. Dude, I love this stat. Buffalo is generating the 11th most pressure in the league with the 30th ranked blitz rate. So they're getting so they're gonna be able to get to Geno with 4.
Yeah.
Right. And have everyone in coverage, like have 7 back in coverage. So, dude, this is a sneaky game where I think the Bills I think the Bills do everything really well that the Seahawks defense struggles with, right? So they're doing a lot of play action now after they get Cook rolling. That's how they like to do it. I mean, Cook's been injured. But they have explosive run plays. And then, they have one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL who can just kill you with his arm. I like the Bills here, man. I think the Bills win by like a touchdown.
Interesting, Chris.
Love it.
Give me the Seahawks.
No, I'm with Chris. I just took a gander at the Bills.
Every
Bills
time.
scores and who they're playing, right? They had a slow start against the Cardinals, ended up coming back and crushing them 34-28. Dolphins, after Tua went out 31-10. Jaguars slapped them around 47-10. Then they obviously get matched up against the Ravens team. They weren't prepared at all. They get crushed. Only put up 10 points. It was embarrassing. Only put up 20 against the Texans. Texans have a solid defense. Then they kind of only put up 23 against the Jets. And then they come back and crush the Titans. This is what changed my mind. You look at the Titans, you think they're a terrible team, but their defense is top 5, top 10 statistically. So the fact that they were able to crush the second half and put up 34 on the road, I think it was on the road. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love the Bills. I think they bounced back. I think they bounced back very well after their 2 losses to the Ravens and the Texans. I think they found out who they are. I think that the Seahawks completely and only rely on their offense. And to what Chris just said, if they're getting pressure on Geno with 4, imagine if they actually start dialing up the blitz as well, and their offense has really found themselves. Give me the Bills -3 for sure.
It's the Bills minus. It's the Bills -3. I'm not actually taking the Seahawks. And by the way,
dude, then what if that gets clipped because the Bills do really well, and then there's you right after? Give me the Bills.
It'll be hilarious.
Give me the Bills.
Listen,
Give me the
here's the reason why I have the Bills. And by the way, I would take the Seahawks if what I'm about to say didn't happen. Amari Cooper on the Bills. Josh Allen he's gonna just be lights out the rest of the year. Already showed you what he can do with them. He's gonna get more familiar with that offense as it goes on. And I just think the Bills are the better team, and so the Seahawks have no chance. But if they didn't have Cooper, I'd be taking the Seahawks in this game. I really would.
With the sprain, we don't know what Metcalf's status is like either, and they lose the deep ball.
Yep.
Without him.
Yep. 100%. We've got Saints Chargers. I mean, Chargers, like just Chargers. I don't know if I love a -7, but I liked the under.
Yeah.
That was my play this week. Like the under in that game.
Yeah, I like the under. Give me Chargers. Give me the kicker to hit 2 kicks. What's his line at?
Dicker the kicker?
Kicking. Cameron Dicker, over 1.5, -160.
Take it to over 4.
You can't
Take it
I don't-
at over 4.
I mean, he hit 5 last week, dude. That
he
team
hit
just
five
not
he
finding
hit
the end
5
zone.
last week, yeah.
The Saints offense is a mess. Injuries everywhere. It's gonna be a brutal game. I will not be watching that game.
Correct.
Same.
Chris, you're on
Give
the
me the
Chargers.
Chargers.
-7.
Yeah.
Same.
Mm-mm.
No, you're not taking the Chargers. You're not taking the Saints +7 though.
No, it's just too many points.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. This one I'm so excited about, but as each day passes, I get less and less excited about this game because we might not get the matchup we all want. Chicago Bears at Washington Commanders. Right now, the Bears are favored because it's not looking like Jaden Daniels is going to play. I just checked 10 minutes ago. The latest news I could find, unless something changed in the last 10 minutes, was that he did not practice today. Still a chance for him to play, but right now the Bears are -2.5, over under set at 43.5. Gosh, I wanted Jaden Daniels to play because this game would be incredible. They even flexed it to the 3:30 slot because of that reason. What are you guys thinking?
Dude, I think that this, like the progression for Caleb with the defenses that he is being served
Yeah.
is so good for his development. So he once again gets a bottom 5 defense to go up against, with a weak rested DeAndre Swift, with a weak rested Keenan Allen, with a weak rested DJ Moore, and with a week of rest, Rome Odunze, Cole Kmet. Like they should self-scout. They should find out, right? That bye week, they should have some of their problems figured out. Holy crap. If Jaden Daniels doesn't play, I like the Bears by a lot against that defense.
Really?
Dude, so think about the way the Commanders are beating you right now, okay? They're crushing you down the field, right? Which the Bears do not give up a lot of explosive pass plays. And they're running the ball really, really well. And the Bears have amazing linebackers that can fill those gaps and stop explosive runs. So if you don't have that and you don't have Jaden Daniels, that magic touch who could give him that 10-point swing edge, it's the Bears.
Interesting, dude. Interesting. I'm looking what chat's excited about this game.
I got someone that says Commanders are 6th in sack percentage right now, 6th place. If they're getting that pressure on old Caleb.
Right. But if everyone's open after 1.5 seconds, it's not going to matter if there's pressure.
Sure.
True. Listen, here's my thing. I think this is a test for the Bears in a big way, with or without Jaden Daniels. I just think this Commanders team is really fun. They're well coached right now.
Yeah, they look great.
I kind of like the Commanders +2.5, whether or not Jaden Daniels plays. I just think it's gonna be a really good close game. But Chris, great points there. If Jaden Daniels plays, I am taking the Commanders in this game, like just straight up to win. I can't wait to watch it either way. But my goodness, if the two of them get to play, just the banter that we had with Ben Kurt last year about who the Bears should take, all of us kind of agreeing that it should be Jaden. They go with Caleb Williams. This is just, man, it's everything we wanted to watch this week, and it might not happen. But I like the Commanders. Listen, the Bears, though, dude, they're nasty. Never, ever has all 4 teams from the same division made the playoffs. Obviously, that can only happen recently with the third added wild card team. Here. But it could happen this year. If the Bears get to 9 or 10 wins, the NFC North could be in the playoffs, and that's crazy. And if the season ended today, they're in. But give me the Bears if Jaden Daniels does not play, just money line. I'm not taking the Bears minus points. Give me the Commanders +2.5 if Jaden Daniels doesn't play.
Give me the Commanders +2 no matter what.
Okay.
Wow. So I'm the only one kind of on the Bears if Jaden doesn't play.
You're on the. I don't care if Jaden plays or not. Mariota dominated the Panthers, crushed them. 200 yards, touchdowns, no interceptions.
Yeah, but that Panthers is not. Those are very different defenses, dude.
Don't care. Great on his feet.
Mariota might throw 3 picks.
I think that they have a plan, and I think that we're going to see the same old Bears here.
And you know what I think, Ty?
I don't care. Listen to me.
Hey, you listen. No, you listen right now. They have a concept.
Look at the Bears are beaten.
They have a concept of a plan.
They have
Okay.
I have concepts of a plan. Listen to me.
Okay. They do not.
We
not.
sit here. Listen,
Marcus Mariota. Marcus Mariota has done things that make Dan Orlovsky's safety running into the end zone look good. Okay.
Listen to me, dude. I have to do this. We can't all be on the Bears, okay? I have to do this. We're sitting here thinking that this is a better, like all of a sudden they're this great coach team and they're rolling. They're on. They're this is the Bears we're talking about here, okay? You sit here and think that they've scouted. You think they did self-scouting in their bye week?
Every team self-scouts.
I don't think, not the Bears. Guaranteed, dude. Watch this be a crumble game. Watch this be a trap game.
Coming off of
I'd
a week
love
of
that.
rest or rust, someone in my chat
No,
said.
that literally, yes. I'm saying, right? People are like, oh, the Bears are all rested. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're going to start off slow. Maybe Caleb missing that week. That you have that 2 weeks until his next game, and now all of a sudden he's not in the groove. I'm saying it's possible. He's a rookie, so
It is possible. I do think that Caleb Williams, regardless of whether or not the Bears win that game, I do think Caleb Williams is going to eat against this defense, as Chris is saying, and so well pointed out. But I just could totally see the Commanders kind of matching them in points. Looking forward to that game. Really hope Jaden Daniels plays.
Same.
Chiefs Raiders. Are we just all Chiefs minus 10? I was about to say no because 10's a lot of points, but the Raiders are bad, dude, and they're
The Raiders
not.
are terrible.
The coaching situation is not working out. They're a team that looks like they're selling assets. They got rid of Devontae Adams.
Let's play a game. Let's play a game. Okay, you've seen what the Chiefs defense is doing to like good offenses, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
their
sorry. Yeah,
what their
yes,
defense is
right.
doing to good. All right.
Yep.
How many points? So I'm gonna set the line at 11. Raiders over under 11 points against the Chiefs.
Under.
Wow, you both said under. Well, there you go, guys. Give me the Chiefs.
Yeah. Yeah, it's brutal. And listen, I really wanted it to work out with that head coach. It's just
John?
not.
Trap game?
Trap game. You know what, dude? The Raiders sometimes play them tough, but
the Raiders beat them last year when they should not have.
yeah, it's
Remember
they're
that?
just not
Remember that?
good
Do you
right
remember
now.
how many points do they have in the first half? Didn't the Raiders go up like they had like 2 pick sixes or something last year? I think it was the last game. You guys remember that?
Yeah.
They were up like 30 at half or something like that. It was wild. It was a crazy.
Here is a stat for you, dude, that someone just shared. He's from Kansas City, of course. The last time the Chiefs lost was Christmas Day last year. Stat of the day.
Oh yeah. Wait a minute.
That's the last time they lost a football game. That's absolutely wild, dude. The Lions had a similar stat once when they went 0-16.
This isn't the right game.
Except it was a reverse.
I don't know what game I was remembering.
And
Anyways,
it was to the Raiders.
Give me the Raiders. I'm sorry. Give me the Chiefs minus 10.
Someone said, "Wow, that's crazy." All right,
crazy.
dude. All right. How about? Hold on here. We're going Panthers, Broncos. I mean, just Broncos minus 10.
Yep.
Look
Keep
what,
it simple.
look what the Broncos defense just did to the Saints. I know the Saints are bad. I know they're all hurt. It's nuts. The one thing I'll say about this game is that Bryce Young is back, and and there's a chance that he does okay. It's just a really bad week to come back to play this defense.
Yep.
Oh, they're benching Dalton?
Yeah, he got hurt in a car accident, brother. He's okay.
Oh, I thought he was okay.
He's okay, but he's hurt. I think that I don't know what I read. I thought I read that it hurt his nose.
Can't play a quarterback if your nose hurts. Yeah,
Oh
you can't.
my God, Tyler.
You can't sniff out. You can't sniff out a blitz.
Good one, Ty.
My chat's saying thumb injury.
Thumb injury. Okay, thumb. Yeah, I thought it was something weird. Thumb.
Man.
Yeah. So so hey, Young's back in, baby.
So give me Denver Broncos minus 13.5.
Yeah, I kind of like that one for sure. Won't be watching that game. Dude,
Definitely
this
not.
one is actually interesting. Dallas at the Niners, Sunday Night Football.
Not touching it.
Boys, the Niners are
touching it.
favored. Minus what? Tyler, I love you. You're absolutely touching it. Do you want to know how I know? Because
not
it's
touching it.
Sunday night. There's no other games on, and we're going to be at a
you know
casino.
I'll touch it.
We're going to be at
You
a
know I'll
casino.
touch
So
it.
100%
You know I'll
you're
touch
touching
it.
it.
You know I'll touch it, but that's not the point.
Cowboys
Point
plus
is I don't
4.
wanna touch it.
Niners minus 4. Over under is set at 46. The Niners are reeling, and the Cowboys just got their ass kicked by the Lions a couple weeks ago, coming off a bye.
They
week.
are reeling. Do you guys know? Do you guys know what Dak Prescott's record is?
Against the Niners.
Coming off a bye week?
I'm going to guess he's never lost.
I think he's lost only once.
Oh, wow.
And he's only, I believe, had one game under 22 fantasy points coming off a bye week.
Okay.
So Dak kind of cooks after bye weeks. and you sit here with the state of the 49ers right now. And John, I think you're right.
Oh.
I think an easy win week 1 for the 49ers is now a tough out. And again, I think they can make the Cowboys one-dimensional, just like the Lions did. But the 49ers secondary isn't as good right now. So, I don't know, man. I think this is close, but I'm still taking the 49ers.
You're taking so who right now? Who's healthy on the Niners? Who's going to be in the game at receiver?
So Brock Purdy is going to be in the game.
Yep.
Jawan Jennings is back.
Okay.
So Jennings will be in. Debo is recovering. He got released from the hospital last night from his pneumonia. And the coach said, so he was asked, is there a shot Debo plays Sunday? And he said yes. So there's a shot Debo's back too. But for sure, Jawan Jennings is back.
And Kittle's going to be in?
Kittle, I think, is also going to be close.
Yeah, it's all close. Yeah. Debo, Kittle, and Jennings not participating in practice today.
Oh, dude. Yeah. And don't even get me wrong, because the Cowboys are getting healthy on defense too.
Give me the Cowboys.
Oh, that's what I wanted. That's what I...
Give me the Cowboys +4.
Okay. All right, Ty. Hey, text him. Text him that you're in on his boys this weekend, dude.
In this game, I'm not only taking the Cowboys +4, I'm taking the Cowboys money line.
Do share.
I think they're going to win. I mean, I just think they're going to win. The CeeDee Lamb needs to eat. The Cowboys
you said they wouldn't win until Thanksgiving.
I know. They're absolutely... No, I didn't. I said they might... Well, dang it, dude. I do want McCarthy. I do think my take will be hilarious if he gets fired. He's rich. He'll be okay. But
Jerry Jones said he will never fire a coach mid-season.
Dude, the Niners are just so beat up, dude. Listen, I'm picking the Cowboys. It could happen. They could lose, and if they lose, it's brutal. It's a game I think they're going in thinking they should win.
Yeah.
And even though obviously they're not favored, but give me them +4 for sure. And I like a money line, and I like CeeDee Lamb to go crazy.
Sure.
Okay. I love it.
Absolutely wild, dude. Last game of the week is Monday Night Football. Giants at Steelers. Giants just got embarrassed by the Eagles.
Heck the Steelers keep getting primetime games?
Is it like 5 in a row, dude?
Get them out.
So
they're the most boring. I'm sorry. Listen to me. I don't hate any team, but they were the most boring teams in the world to watch. Please, can we get anyone else on primetime?
I can't believe that this doesn't get flexed.
The over-under is 36.5. What are we doing?
Like, that's a game that I wish I was still hanging out with you guys for.
Yeah, dude. I can't believe that they're just getting another primetime game. Steelers -6.5. Over-under 36. Like, what?
Yeah, I don't know.
36 against the Giants.
So what they're thinking is it's going to be like 20-12.
Yeah.
Like that kind of game.
Yeah. Give me the Steelers. I mean, I like their spread too, but again, do I? Right? I like Steelers to win. Give me Steelers money line. That's all I'll say. I'm not gonna.
All right.
The Steelers to win by a touchdown in 2024.
I'm gonna pick the Steelers to win as well.
I'm taking the Steelers -6.5.
Wow.
Pretty comfortably. The Giants are toast, dude. And I feel horrible for
agree.
Daniel Jones because when he's making some things happen this year, he's got no time. It's brutal. It's brutal stuff. And TJ Watt, are you kidding me? Gosh, I wonder. It's not out yet, but I wonder what his over-under on sacks is going to be.
Probably
just 1.5, you think?
1.5, probably.
I'm taking his over.
1.5 sack line.
I'm taking his over, dude. Whatever it's at.
It's gonna be the game where
if it's one, it'll be like -170. Like, it won't be worth taking.
Right.
Absolutely wild stuff. That's what we got. We got to do our Thursday night football same game parlay. We already made our
Before we do that,
Sunday one. Go ahead, Chris.
can I do my read?
Your what?
Yes. His
My read before our parlays.
Of course.
All right, guys, get them up.
Images are up. We're good.
All right. Before we go in to the Thursday night parlay that the boys have cooked up here, I just want to give a huge shout out to DraftKings for sponsoring the Blev Bros Sports Show. And just a reminder, guys, if you guys download the app, sign up, use the code Blevins when signing up, and you make a $5 bet, you get $200 in bonus bets to play with for the World Series this weekend, right? So, again, great time, like John said earlier. Let's go. Let's cook up a parlay, boys.
Cooking.
Round of applause for DraftKings.
Cooking.
Cook it up, boys.
All right, I'm sticking with my analysis. I already got my play for tomorrow.
All right, let's start it out hot.
So I told you guys I was going to ladder it. I am going to ladder it because I think he goes way over. Give me Addison over his line, 44.5 receiving yards. I think he could get that in 2 plays.
Pulling it up.
I'm worried here.
About what?
With my pick.
All right, hold on, Chris, real quick. So hold on, receiving props.
Just the over on Addison, 44.5.
Can I ask you this? Do you like 50.5?
I'm taking it, but I'm not doing it for the parlay.
Okay, understood. Got you. Ty?
I'm scared. I'm scared to do this. So I'm looking at Tutu Atwell's stats. He had 3 receptions week 1 against the Cardinals, 48 yards. 4 receptions, 93 yards week 2.
It's always down with Cup on the field.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm worried about.
He kind of becomes their intermediate to deep ball threat when Cup's
Right.
on the field.
So hold up. I'm also looking at his longest receptions. 21 longest reception against Cardinals, 50 against the Niners, 25 against the Bears, 24 longest reception against the Packers, and 13 against the Raiders. His longest reception right now is set at 17.5. He's hit it every single game, except for the Raiders.
You like the juice?
I like Chris's analysis of Aaron Jones eating more. So give me Aaron Jones's line over 67.5.
Oh, I love it.
Looking over 67.5. Okay, guys, I'm going back to receiving props here. Your boy is back. Former Detroit Lion. TJ Hawkinson.
Wait, he's playing?
He's playing. He's back in the lineup, baby. And his over-under is set at a measly 24.5.
Yeah, that's nothing. He can get that in.
Give me Hawkinson to get multiple receptions. Love him at over 24.5 receiving yards. If he doesn't end up playing, it'll void that. And so no big deal. Obviously, if he gets hurt, they won't void it. But that right there, those 3, over 44.5 for Addison, over 24.5 for Hawkinson, over 67.5 for Aaron Jones. Rushing is 500 plus 575, boys. Let's eat. Listen, he's a top 5 tight end when healthy. And he's not coming back unless he's healthy. They proved they're not rushing him back by not making him play against the Lions in a huge game last week. He's ready to go. Give me Hawkinson, baby, confidently.
Nice. And then
we already did our Sunday one.
Bet, I'm gonna read it again without the under. Chris, that was you or John? You picked Vikings minus 2.5, right?
I had the under 47. So it's Vikings minus 2.5.
Yes.
Under 47.5 or 48, depending what you're on. For Bengals Eagles was Hagen.
That was Hagen. So if we want to remove that, because we're 2 for 2 the last 2 weeks. So without that, it's Packers minus 4.
Yep.
And then Chris had under 40.5 points for the
That was
Saints
me. I had under Saints Chargers. Yep.
All right, nice. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Toxic Trolling says he faded all 3. There's a reason that he's down more than anyone I know.
Dude, he just gets flamed by you and I, dude.
I don't know. I mean, we're coming in hot. Feels good. So
Yeah, feels good. Listen, follow us on Blev Bros Sports Show on Instagram and Twitter. We post clips on there, interact with each other. Obviously, Tyler at Ninja on all social media. I'm at Peter Blevins, and Chris at Invictus Teaches, or just at Invictus. What's your Instagram, Chris?
Ninja Invictus.
Ninja Invictus over there. So appreciate another great sports show, guys. A lot of fun.
Always, man.
NBA's back. We'll see you in the chat in our texting thread, fellas.
All right. Have fun, guys.
Good night.
Take care, everyone.
See you tomorrow, GB.
Yep.
Love you guys.
All right. Love you.
Love you guys. All right, chat. Blood Bro Sports Show. There we go. There we go. Great sports show. I'll be live tomorrow morning around 7 a.m. For a big stream tomorrow. 7 a.m. until like 11 a.m. and then 11 a.m. until 11 to 1 to 2, or 10 a.m. till 11. 10 a.m. Is Family Fortnite Friday, brought to you by Shark Ninja. That's going to be tomorrow. Appreciate every single one of you for being here and for continuing to support the Blood Bro Sports Show. Shout out to DraftKings. Shout out to Hollywood Hagen for being an awesome guest for us today. Great job, buddy. You crushed it. I gotta get some sleep, Trombone. Otherwise, I would. But I love you. God loves you more. Let's change the world. We'll see you guys on YouTube as well. Thank you for everything. We'll see you tomorrow, bright and early. The play here is the Vikings -3, the under 47.5 for the Bengals, Eagles, Packers -4, and then under 40.5 for the Saints, Chargers. And then the same game for Thursday was Addison over 44.5, Hawkinson over 24.5 receiving yards, and over 67.5 Aaron Jones rushing yards. I'll post it on Twitter. Follow us at Blood Bro Sports Show. We'll see you guys soon. Appreciate every single one of you. And we'll see you in the morning. God bless.